Yo. Nerdy Naughty, Varashi, hello. Aradish FPS. How's the lighting, by the way? Is it still okay? It's a little glowworm. Sorry, I also just got out of the shower. Hello. Lighting is okay. It's a little bright. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. We're going to do some map exploration today, prioritizing just basically getting a more comfortable feel for how the opinions on bidets. I mean, they have to be great, no? Like, I don't even think like that's discussion. Why are there only Master Freya coaching? There should be another one. Hang on. If I look at the playlist here for Freya, let's check. There's a Diamond Freya, Platinum Freya, Diamond Freya. Yeah. Also, why am I getting ads for my own channel? Gotcha. Well, the principles still apply. Hey. Do not look at box. Don't look at box. It's a surprise. Why don't you 50-50? Make some lunch for you and make some lunch for me, just a little bit. I will eat less. It's fine. You should eat something. You should definitely eat something. Start playing Elden Ring and you're terrible at it. It's a very difficult game to pick up. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It requires you to be familiar with like the FromSoft combat system, which if you aren't, you're gonna get your teeth kicked in. I am indeed a Flory the Magical Rock hater. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can just get rolling here. I'm going to look at Atlas. Yeah, so I didn't really want to do a map guide, but I guess I probably should consider it given the fact that we not only have a new map, but we also have 2 map reworks, and people are crying about it. So we'll probably take a look here. Now, I've played all the maps at least a couple times. I've put less time into the reworks of Suravasa and New Jung City, but I've played a decent number of Atlas, and historically, whatever my map reworks, it doesn't really require a lot of experience in the map to know how to play it, because it's just a map fundamental. It's actually a lot easier than even a new character, obviously. But what we'll do is we'll dig around, we'll look for some sauce, and then we'll go in a second. We don't have to start right away, and I'll give you guys an idea of like what I try to accomplish with map guides as well, because I think expectations of what we're going to look at is really important. What's your opinion on Havana Circuit and how popular this map is with the casual community? The casual community doesn't like Havana Circuit. They just like escort and hybrid maps. They like the slower tempo of the game. Until that slower tempo ends up meaning that you're playing versus good sniper heroes. So a lot of it's also nostalgic because a lot of the older maps are generally more likely to be escort or hybrid. Whereas a lot of the newer maps have been Flashpoint, Push, and so on. So there's a heavy bias towards older maps, even if they're just objectively worse, I think, or subjectively, whatever your case may be. But yeah, there's definitely a lower rank bias towards escort and hybrid as a whole, even favoriting really crappy maps. So part of me goes, you're dumb, you need to learn more about the game. But also, it's just a preference thing, so you can't really force them to dislike it. I just think it's like one of those things where it's like everyone banned Sombra without really knowing how or why they just banned Sombra. It gets exacerbated because people just snowball. And the same thing happens with Flashpoint. A couple of support players don't like Flashpoint because they don't like being under pressure. They don't like moving their feet. And so then now nobody likes Flashpoint. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I need to ping people. I'm dumb. Thank you, Orb. Map guide time. Talking Atlas, Reworks, and Pugs. Thank you, Orb. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's much you can do about it outside of just let things cook. Yeah, everybody always hit scans and supports love linear maps. So I actually said this the other day. We talked about it the other day. It's like everyone blames supports, but hit scan players do the exact same thing. Not all hit scan players, not all support players, but a lot of hit scan and support players don't like moving. They just like shooting. You're going to eat bread. That's awesome. Good for good for you. B style, B tier hairstyle. Thank you. Yes, thank you for that. Now, I personally like Atlas and Flashpoint pretty well, especially the more reworked Flashpoint and so on, because I like dynamism with my positioning. And I don't feel like, especially with Atlas in particular, I don't feel the need to play fast characters because it's a little bit, I swear it's more compressed than the other New Junk City and Suravasa. I don't know if I'm crazy. I think the big reason why that feels that I feel that way is because of the closer respawns. So they talked about it in the map rework discussion where like you start respawning here and then with the further forward respawns, instead of having a wasted building, they just respawn you underneath. So it's a lot easier to move around the map, even as a character like Zenyatta or Ana. And that was my major complaint with the Flashpoint of ye olden times. But they have speed boost from spawn, you have tighter respawns. It's more compressed without feeling claustrophobic because a lot of the points you can actually run snipers pretty effectively. Now you could argue that some of the points maybe are a little too congested, maybe. In which case, I would just say that it's just maybe that's just maybe the nature of Flashpoint that favors slightly faster characters a little bit more often. But then we also have the flip side of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Where we have Escort and Hybrid. I've got Landon over here telling me how it's his favorite game mode because he's a Lucio player. Yeah, Landon, what's your opinion of Escort and Hybrid modes as a Lucio player? You get what I'm saying? Probably not too positive, right? Because of how open like Escort and Hybrid has a heavy poke favoritism, heavy long range, heavy sniper favoritism, heavy Sigmas and Anas and Zens and so on, right? So, you know, your mileage may vary. So, okay, I guess we can kind of talk about what we're going to. Hey, Magister. No, I don't know what date it is. Please tell me. Okay, let's frame this here. So we're going to be looking through Atlas. We're going to be looking through the New Junk City reworked. We're going to be looking through Suravasa reworked. And the priority for me talking about all these maps is answering two questions. Where do you likely want to be taking fights as a defender? Like, where do you want to be taking fights? Waiting patiently. Just a second. No, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. And then number two, what angles, what flanks do you need to be aware of generally? I'm not going to go into specifics of which characters should be using which flanks. Generally, shorter range characters use shorter range flanks. Long range characters use long range flanks. That goes without saying, right? But I want to highlight several angles that you guys might not be as familiar with, some positions, some different approaches. And then again, going back to that first question, where should you be holding? Now, the way that I like to use map reworks, not to give them, but to use them, is I do not encourage you to watch through this entire video and take thousands of notes and be, you know, you need to look at this and be like, okay, for the characters that I play, these are a couple of things that are good to be aware of, good things to remember the next time I play the map, and then try to implement those things. The reason why I don't love doing map guides is because it's a wealth of information. But the reason that I will do them, as long as I can give that disclaimer that, guys, just take a couple of points of notice and then go implement those in those games. Try out this new angle. Try out this new flank. If you're working with a team, try holding point here and so on. So don't try to implement all this. Focus on the things that you can control that are applicable to your character. So we are going to start off with Atlas. So First thing with Atlas here is where you're taking fights. So pretty generally, you're going to have people rolling out on top, taking fights on this high ground. That's absolutely the case. The split that's relevant with Atlas, and we always split when we take fights, right? Whenever you can, is you have an angled choice in through left, which is going to be obviously a lot more favorable for short range characters. You have a split on right, which is obviously going to be favorable for more long range characters. So you can have a pressure from up top and then have pressure from the side here, or pressure from the opposite side. And you can have pressure from all three, depending on your composition, depending on the character that you're playing. But it's crucial that you're leveraging one of these approaches here and not funneling your way all the way through here. Now, it's worth highlighting here that, again, a lot of this I feel like is probably common knowledge, but I'm going to assume that nothing is that this angle does deepen. This angle deepens all the way around and has direct access to backline who may or may not be holding this high ground here. And the same thing happens on the flip side through here, although it's a little bit more inconvenient. If this is uncontested, you can wrap all the way to here. And this is the important one to note right through here. But also, if you want to be super sneaky, you can actually lean in through this way, wrap all the way around this way. There's a health pack here, I believe. Yep, mega health pack here. And then wrap all the way around. Now, this is only really going to be relevant for the super fast characters, Sombra Tracer, and so on. But again, it's the same side and the flip side for reaching all the way around behind. The challenging part of this map, and the thing that I think a lot of people struggle with, is if they end up on the floor, how do you get back? And so it's similarly a little bit to, let's say, New Junk City first point, where if you end up on the point, you kind of have to go outside to retake. So you can turn around and there's different pathways to here, but these are really inconvenient and probably not really worth using if you're trying to go back to high ground. They're just basically to fully disengage. You can go here and there's a mini in here and that's great and dandy. But what you oftentimes going to be using is using these shorter staircases to immediately contest high ground and backline from here. And these are mirrored kind of sort of on both sides. This one's a lot faster, but a lot more risky. There is a mini health back here. This one is a lot safer, but takes a little bit more time to get around here. Yeah, I mean, that's mostly it with first point here. There's some highlights. Like I said, the mega health pack out here is probably worth pointing out. There's a real dearth of health packs that are directly surrounding the point, and I think that's by design. It's to prevent certain flanker characters from doing too much, but there is a mini health pack here. No questions, no questions. Yeah, this point is going to be more of a middle of the road. It's going to favor range if you can utilize the side of the map. It's good for flankers. It's really good for short range characters. I don't think this point favors really anything. I would say probably shortish flankers probably do a little bit better than more poke-oriented characters, but really anybody can do anything over here. I think holding high ground at first point overrated. You might be right. You can definitely tuck yourself in underneath if you'd like to, but you do open up your tank to multiple different crossfires, so your mileage may vary. What tanks are usually good in this map? On Atlas as a whole, I think all tanks function just fine. I haven't played enough Wrecking Ball or seen enough Wrecking Ball to tell you. It feels a little congested for Wrecking Ball. That being said, Wrecking Ball is generally good on Flashpoint as a whole because of how much space he moves, so it might not be a strong Flashpoint map for him, but it's still Flashpoint. I don't think any tank is bad here. I do think more faster tanks are going to feel a little bit better here. Doomfist, Ramatra, anything that is maybe a little bit more linear may feel pretty good. I think Winston can do okay here, but I wouldn't describe this as a great Winston map. Yeah, so there aren't very many poke tanks. You know, so Sigma may not be the best here. You know, Zarya may struggle with some of the verticality. Winston may not have enough verticality, but I don't think there's really any major tank that's going to suck here. But yeah, okay. So let's just kind of go from left to right here. We'll start with close left from where we started. And this one is going to be equally congested as first point in most ways. There's jump pack here, which I think everybody knows about, which allows you to access this high ground from multiple different lanes, not just through here. There's a couple of little congested hallways, which are health pack list, but do have access to both the hard flank and the left. And then you have approaches from underneath the point, which do have health packs, but crucially, they wrap all the way around where you have another jump pack to contest the high ground. So really, whether you're approaching or holding the high ground here, or whether you're holding the high ground here, there are multiple different lanes with which to approach. Now, I want to highlight where you want to be holding here. So I guess first point, you can just kind of hold point, hold choke, use the high ground. It's not a big deal. This one is honestly kind of the same. I think if you have any sort of a backline that has any sort of range, you're running a sniper, you're running, an Ashe, an Ana, a Zen, a BAP, anything with a bit of range, playing around point generally feels pretty good because you've got some really, really open, naked space. If the enemy team wants to try to cap point, they have to walk in the open. But also these high grounds feel really, really freaking good for backliners to play. Like you have a lot of verticality, you have a lot of ways of approaching you, yes, but you can kind of hear and mark a lot of those approaches. So I think opening up these sightlines when you're on defense is really good here. And for attackers, you're going to have to find a way to try to contest those high grounds. Now, the way to contest those high grounds, we talked about being able to contest point and that high ground from the jump pad from underneath. This is really good for flankers and short-range characters. Honestly, even tanks can approach and contest the high ground if they're uncontested from here. But the other one to keep in mind is from the top. Now, this one is approached from the lane here. No big surprise here. But also, you can wrap deeper, which means that you're even sneakier on approaching the high ground. You can kind of see what the vision is like on the approach here versus the vision's like on the approach here. It's a little bit more congested. And this approach, again, leads you directly to here. Now, there is a dead end here. So you're going to need to approach either from this angle here or from this angle here. There's no like far flank surprises. This is just dead zone. This underneath goes to the mega, but that's going to be to the jump pad, not directly to the top. But yeah, so if you're looking for rotations, looking for ways to contest high ground, it's going to be probably through one of these things here. Now, one of the common mistakes I see on this map a lot is that I see teams kind of brainlessly, like let's say we'll have like supports and DPS up here, maybe like a tank holding here on point, right? I see a lot of teams walk into this choke. This is a big mistake. This is just a good general principle. If there is a really nasty high ground choke oriented location that the defenders are holding, you really don't want to break that choke if you have another way of approaching the point. So if you're a tank, DPS support, whatever, and there's a nasty little choke set up here, please don't walk through this choke if you can. Please walk around. You have so many different ways of approaching this. As I said, flankers, you have ways of approaching from the jump pad. I mean, you could just not go through the choke at all. And in fact, you can even rotate through this way and bypass the choke as a team entirely. I see a lot of fights kind of tossed because people are really trying to force through this choke, but it is just the worst. Your tank walks through the choke, your supports can't see them. You're being shot from multiple different high grounds. It's just lethal. So I think that this is one of the more choke-oriented things. It's the same thing as first point. Please do not retake through this choke if you can all avoid it. Because honestly, even if they are playing further back, well, you haven't really solved your problem of dealing with their high ground. You get what I'm saying? You need to approach it from a different angle, or approach it from a different side. So if you start here, you can put your tank here, but DPS and supports need to help your tank control that high ground, control the space here. Any questions? I will not be co-streaming OWCS this week, no. Personal choice. But yeah, there's a lot of ways of approaching here. Do I like this map? Yeah, it's fine. I haven't played it for years and years, but I've played it enough to know that I like it. Yeah. Okay, other side. Transition points. There's some megas scattered throughout here. We talked already about the mega from underneath here. It's mirrored on the other side. Mega side transition here, building here is not really worth mentioning. There's nothing really of note in here besides a mini. But yeah. As always with transition fights, try to stay as close to your team as possible. Take angles, of course, but try to not get too isolated with your fights because the stuff can get kind of messy there. Yeah, there are a lot of health packs, right? Okay, so this one. Now, this one is similar to the other one in initial, okay, you got chokes to walk through on both sides. You have a front high ground. You have a back high ground. The difference between the two here is that it's just a little bit more spaced out. So finally, when our third point, we have something that resembles more of, I wouldn't say a sniper point, but more sniper friendly. You have a lot of ways of different approaching. Same thing with the back high ground for squishies. Same way of contesting that back high ground if you're looking to dive it or pressure it with a mini health pack. But the big crucial difference is there's really only one direction to approach it safely. There's just nothing here. You think that this is going to go somewhere? It's not. The only way to contest this high ground is coming from this side. And it's also worth pointing out as well that there's basically vision on you the entire time. So there's many here. You need to try to contest the high ground a little bit here, but it's going to be a little bit more challenging. Worth pointing out, though, that even though the high ground is more important to pressure out, or a little more difficult to pressure out, right? The good news is that conversely, the point has a little bit more cover. Not great, but there's a little bit more cover. So you can kind of see the balance here, where it's with a jump pad and the multiple different lanes, it's easier to contest this high ground. So what do? They made point completely naked exposed. There's no excuse to not clear that space. This one's a little bit hard to contest that high ground, that space, but you can play around point a little bit easier here. You can also point out as well that this high ground, like these angles are like really oppressive, like sniper sight lines, but it's also easier to walk through this choke than it was in the other one, because not only do you have the option here, but you have the option here, the option here. It's just wider. It's just wider. Now, worth pointing out in terms of the architecture, this is more of your open sightlines for more open sightline and faster characters. This is more compressed sightlines. So, you're retaking space as Reaper, Cassidy. You're flanking as, I don't know, Moira. You're going Lucio Reaper on the hit squad here, Torb. This space is really, really, really congested, and you can do a lot of work in here. And this is going to be your jump pad here. So you're going to go through the jump pad. You've got all these lanes. You do note that they can see you if you're not careful. But you have all sorts of space and lanes here, and it should be 2 mini health packs, I believe. Yep, 2 mini health packs on both sides. Now, the underspace is a little awkward. I don't really see this space being used as much because it doesn't really get you anywhere that you want to go. Like, you don't really want to approach this high ground from this angle, so there's no real point going through here. But the under is going to be mainly used to use the high ground here so that you can take a better flank. Oh, actually, this is a bit awkward through here, but yeah, into here. This is going to be kind of how you want to approach. Yeah. Not the most populous space underneath, but it's worth being aware of. But as supports, DPS, and so on, unless you're comfortable in small rooms, do not hold here. You're going to get yourself run over. Most likely want to be playing lanes and space around here. You can stay on top of that little pillar near the coast, by the way. What little pillar? These pillars? Or this pillar right here? Oh, this pillar right here? Okay, yeah, cool. I mean, it's a little naked, but yeah, you have a little bit of cover here. That's cool. This one's a little bit more forgivable. So defenders, it's going to be something similar where you're going to want to, again, hold chokes, shocker, set your backline or DPS here or controlling the angles here, and then have like choke stuff here. You can hold further up, absolutely. And if you do that, love you, bye.
I should say 2 of those are yours, 1 of them is mine.
Got it.
Okay.
Love you. Drive safe, please. You can hold further up, but if you're going to be holding further up, just because of how awkward this angle is, it's not great. You're probably going to be holding forward with people applying pressure from this side instead. So you're going to need, this angle's a little far. You're probably going to have pincer from 1 and 2. But yeah. How would you play this point as a tracer? I mean, same point. You could contest angles from here. You can contest people holding the space here. You can leverage point, but keep in mind that you cannot leverage point from underneath like you can with the previous point. Yeah, play towards point. Walking through the choke is okay, but it's not a solution. You have to find what you want to do from here to here. It's worth pointing out that you can walk through the choke and then tuck in through here and then rotate. Well, actually, you can't, chat. Wow, I'm dumb. Okay, so yeah, you can approach from here. That's probably a safer approach than go from there. But yeah. In terms of buildings, there's just not a lot here. Same kind of stuff in the Junk City and Suravasa. There's a health back. There's some cover. It's allowing you to get out of the choke, but you need to check your corners. So, okay. Building here. Nondescript building here. This is more of your spawn building. Nothing really worth highlighting. There's really no reason to go underneath. That's the old spawn room. There is a mini health pack in there. I assume that's, I guess, worth kind of noting, but nothing you can really do about that. There's cover here. There's walking here. Generally don't want to be taking fights in here, with the exception of if your team is taking a very aggressive hold on the choke. This is going to be your flanker's position to hide in, to approach. This building as well, similar kind of approach. The difference is that this building doesn't really have any health backs or alternate routes at all, and that's going to be mirrored on the opposite side. Yeah, there are a lot of angle short flank options in here. This building is probably one of the more interesting ones. Mini health back kind of goes towards here. You're going to see a lot of fights that are kind of breaking out towards this point, utilizing this building, utilizing this flank with people hiding in here. So just check your corners. Check those corners. Okay, let's move on to this next point here. So you're kind of noticing a relationship with defender's advantage and how open the point is. This point is also fairly open, but there isn't really oppressive high ground to hold, so it's not like a really major concern. Backliners here, there isn't going to be, unlike the previous 2 points, there's not really going to be, I mean, honestly, even the first point, there's not really going to be a position where you could just like set your feet and hold. A lot of it's going to be rotating away from threats and finding sightlines. Like, yeah, you can play here and shoot point, but there's no real high ground. Like there's a health back here, but it's behind a wall, right? You can hold high ground. Frick, I'm thinking of the other point. Yeah, you can't even really hold high ground here. I mean, you guess you can hold here if you've got like the Baptiste Exo boots, but it's just, there aren't really any positions that you can set your feet in. A lot of it's going to be about rotating around towards threats. You have these little rooms that you can rotate in and provide threat on. But a lot of it is going to be, you're going to likely get surrounded here. So how can you play it defending yourself in these more compressed lines? This is a pretty compressed point. And it has a multitude of approaches from. Now, you can get to high grounds here if you have the mobility, Kiriko, Bap, etc. Again, we've already highlighted the rooms here. They're going to have a mini health pack on both sides. So flankers, you need to know that. But there are so many different ways of approaching this point. You have the staircase with the mini through here, which cuts in all the way towards where their spawn would come from. That's mirrored on the opposite side. There is a mega in here as well. Same thing here, mini approach from the opposite side. And again, like I said, mirrored on the opposite side where you can come in from here, mega, and then approach high ground with the mini from the opposite side. So there's multiple different ways. Now, if you guys are holding this point, I think the best thing you could do is not hold directly on point here. I think if you hold directly on point, it's too easy to get surrounded. So I think for the best part is you want to be holding like one step past the point. So you want to be kind of holding chokes like this or holding choke like this or fighting here, trying to contest them from taking those lanes. And that gives your backline and your DPS a little bit more space to be able to play around point and play around the angles. If you play on choke here, you limit the number of space that you hold. If you move back just even a further to the next choke, do you see how many more lanes that your supports and DPS can help control you with? So I generally like not playing the actual choke. Like I think this is a little too far forward, too many boxes get in the way, a little bit too far forward. I mean, you can, but you need to make sure that your team follows up with you. But I also don't like the converse side of that, which is all the way holding on point. I like kind of playing somewhere in between. Yeah, there's some functional high grounds. There's not really anything on the high ground, so it is pretty naked, so just keep that in mind. But there is a very conscious effort to provide a ton of cover, so Reaper Tracers are going to have a grand time. Cassidy's, Doomfist, there's a lot to work with here. Yeah, I feel like you cut your support sidelines all the time, right? You got to be really deliberate when you're retaking here to be very cautious. And in terms of like the multiple angles, I think it kind of goes without saying that like you don't really want to walk out of this choke as 5. You need to have somebody come approaching from here. You need to have somebody approaching from here. The good news is that there is a multitude of different angles that you can approach from at any point in time. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot the headline here. I thought I already did that, but I guess I didn't. Analyzing new maps. Yeah. Okay. Any questions here before we go to the last point here? So you kind of notice there's a pattern here. There's definitely it's boxy. Yeah, you can go up on these balconies here. Yep. It's boxy. So there's a heavy favoritism on these points towards something a little bit more compressed. So there's this weird dynamic of like, because it's a more compressed map, it's easier for slower characters like Anazen, Widow, Hanzo to move around. But because it's a more compressed map, you are going to have worse sightlines in some of these points. Okay. Transition point, nothing super crazy. This leads us just right back to the first point here. We talked already about the mega health pack on this side. There are some transition points that are worth noting. Like there's stuff like this, which is pretty much meaningless. But then there's stuff like this, which is a mega health pack that doesn't just lead back to the point, but it's actual transition period between the points, leading directly from one to the other. So you're going to need to keep an eye on that. And then there's like the traditional multi-lane approach of like multiple different lanes. And this one is really going to be more of the same. It's more compressed. Obviously holding point here is going to feel a little bit worse. Very easy to get surrounded. So the same rule applies where you don't want to hold on point, you want to hold just one step outside. And crucially here, I would say that there is a lot of cover, as much as last time almost, but it is a little bit simpler in its layout. So you can kind of see it's like a 3-pronged approach here. So you have the main building here, the main approach, which you can go underneath, yes, but there's also the staircase, which actually has a pretty nice sightline on like what's going on from this position here. That kind of is mirrored on the opposite side here where, yeah, it's not exactly a high ground. You can hop here, but it's something. It gives you a better sightline. There's not as many random buildings in the area. And so this one is going to feel a little bit easier to maneuver and open up yourself to being punished more if you're running one of those flankers, right? Once again, we have the quintessential mini health back behind the wall in the corner, and of course the lantern. Yeah, of course. And then, of course, there's like the lateral angles, which will have a health back on both sides of these. There's going to be a mega on both sides, and then the flanks that go underneath and wrap around. But there's like a little bit more, I would say, verticality here in terms of the layering, right? Point is very, very concertedly lower than everywhere else. You have multiple little baby high grounds on all sides, and even some layering around the point there that can give you different vantage points. So you're going to have a little bit more of a medium road where you can find a little bit more consistent sightlines there, but obviously still flankers advantage on this particular point. As I said one more, is that I would definitely not be holding on point if you can avoid it. Try to contest these chokes a little bit further forward, just so that you're not giving the enemy team this high ground for free. And honestly, more so than any of the other points, it's going to be easier to hold the choke forward because you don't really LOS yourself too badly here if you're a tank. It's just more open so that your supports can kind of play anywhere and see you. It's a little bit more open, yeah. And then there's this, whatever this is. It's a high ground pathing option. Hello, Alazo. Angles are a lot nicer, yeah. Yeah, just shorter range compositions and speed comps with flankers are always going to be favored on Flashpoint due to the amount of rotations and movement demanded on the point. And this particular Flashpoint is a little bit more congested than Suravasa and New Junk City. Yeah, baby high ground is about visibility. Yes, exactly. Most high grounds are about visibility, but baby high grounds definitely provide less cover, more visibility for sure. How would you attack this point? Well, same as always, right? Thankfully the choke isn't as punishing, right? And you need multiple different approaches here, right? You need multiple different lanes and angles, right? So all of these, there's always at least 1, 2, 3, 4 ways of approaching from just one side, right? And then you mirror that on the other side, and then you have the one underneath. There's like 5 different ways or like 9 different ways of approaching it, right? So why I think the new map is mostly hated overall, it's not. It's just people are always, well, partly, people just don't like the unfamiliar. So people always go for the safe. It's always been the case with maps. Always been the case, sorry. Okay, any last questions here before we move on? There's not a whole lot more to elaborate on. Like I said, I want to keep these as simple as I possibly can, and we'll go on from there. I mean, I guess you guys can kind of talk about these lanes here, but again, these are mirrored. We already talked about them mirrored on the opposite side. My hit scan just like this map? Well, of course. Your hit scan likes Havana. In terms of too many angles, I think I would actually kind of agree with that point on like this point here. I think this is just what I would call cluttered, right? There's too much going on here. And a lot of it's wasted space too. Like it's just visual, like you don't even use these buildings, right? They're just basically there for the mini health pack, and there's no connectivity here. It's very loud, cluttered, right? But I don't think that that's necessarily always the case with these points. There's just a different stylistic choice. This one I think is a little bit more balanced in that regard. Still a lot of cover, a lot of angles, but a little bit more on the balance. Yeah. Why did I leave here? I can just do this here. So this one will be a bit more explorative for me. So kind of looking at what's changed. And I'm going to need y'all's help here because it's been a little while since I've looked at this map. It's been, I think, over almost 2 years, I think, since I've reviewed this map. So you guys are going to have to kind of, I want to highlight here not just, oh, you know, this is what you should do. I'm going to have you guys go back and watch my old New Junk City. My old Suravasa map guides, right? Because they're still relevant on the points. And instead highlight what's changed and what you need to know. Like, for example, here, I don't think anything significant has changed about how I would coach this here. Maybe these chokes are a little bit broader. There's this staircase here. Yeah, so this is one to highlight. So this used to, so you'd go through here, you could approach point, but you can actually wrap from underneath and actually approach high ground from here and this little room from here. So there's a lot better connectivity. So if you've always utilized main or left and never tried underneath, especially as a flanker, you should definitely try underneath a lot more. It's way, way better than it used to be for actual rotations to high ground. And the chokes are a little bit broader, but that's like the thing I would highlight. Maybe that's going to be our goal. It's like to highlight one big change that you need to know for each point here. Really big stuff. And I think people just forget because they just never use that because it was bad and now it's good, and so you should use it now. Let's kind of keep the same pattern here. It's worth highlighting there's not the gutter. Do you guys remember the gutter? That gutter's gone, so you do have to be a bit more careful traversing the space. And then in terms of like how you're approaching the point, it's largely the same. But I think it is a good example of like comparing it to the Atlas here. It's a little less cluttered. So this is, yeah, bomb flats. There's a little bit more space. There's still plenty of cover, plenty of rotational options, but it's not quite as congested in these chokes. You guys remember how awkward these chokes were to get out of? There's a little bit more space to get out of. And you can kind of see it from here too. Like this just feels so much more exposed. Not in a bad way. Yeah, bomb flats. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same point, just chokes are a lot less cringe to get out of, and there's a little bit more space to maneuver around here. I don't think there's really anything other major than that, but take with that information as you will. Probably still shouldn't be brute forcing it out of the choke without any sort of off angle, but now it's not quite so cringe. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, this is still kind of useless. I wish this would have been utilized a little bit more, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine as is. Nothing really to highlight here. Transition point's kind of the same. Yep. The hammer mill. Okay, well, I'm learning something all the time. Or all the time. All right, Junkyard here, because I definitely knew the name of that. You also notice there's like a little bit clearer color coding. So this is like the pinkish. You've got this, which is like pretty starkly blue and orange. And then you go over here to the Junkyard as I get caught in the wall, and this one's very distinctly orange with some blue undertones. There's just a little bit sharper color profile. Yeah, and it's same thing as the previous one here. Like this choke is just so much easier to walk out of, and it's just a lot less cluttered. So it still should be something that you should probably hold, right? If you're on defenders, if you don't have people on high ground, that is. But it's just a lot easier to maneuver here. Joseph, link it and I'll take a look here. Worth highlighting as well that this still is an angle that you should be utilizing for short range characters, but there's no verticality here anymore. So before there's like that little bit of verticality, which meant that you had to go through here and then go up the platform, you guys remember? That's gone now. So you just walk here and it's just flat. Flat, 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 flat. So if you're a tank, DPS support that likes these like more congested areas, even if you don't have verticality, there's really no reason for you not to go in here. It's just freaking good. Yeah, that's great. Now this high ground's still naked. Nothing's really changed here. This high low ground underneath is still like relevant for shooting on point. Nothing's really changed there. The big thing here is just, like I said, the choke is easier to get out of, and it's a little bit easier to maneuver this section here. So keep that in mind. It is a little bit more open, right? But it's weird because people were complaining about the previous point for being a little bit too compressed. This one's a little bit more open, but that's just the nature of the game, right? Let's see what this thing is from Derpy here. Is this the coast side flank? Is this the coast side flank that I'm thinking of? Why is it not making noise? Oh, I did.
You're rotating on these stairs, you're gonna get shot at if somebody's playing up here, which is like fine because it's the same thing over there, right? But actually, this side has an advantage because they can just go from the spawn room and then go here, ignoring this entire rotation, right? They can just go here instead, not take damage on the walk up, then go here like as per usual, right? But this side doesn't have that. They don't have that because there's not a spawn room close by, so like, yeah, this is kind of bad because I think actually the team like
we'll look at it. We'll look at it.
This side just has like, you know.
I mean, we'll look at it. What my immediate question is that mirrored on the opposite point? Does the other team have a slightly easier rotation on the point that's closer to their spawn? You know, I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely right. So we'll have to look at it. Okay, but yeah, basically, this is a lot more accessible. And it's also a tiny bit more open, too. So just keep that in mind. Beyond that, not a whole lot more to point out, right? Like there's just some minor quality of life adjustments to sharpen up the color. Again, we talked about this one is a lot more flat, just like it is on the opposite side. Mostly choke quality of life upgrades. That's been the big thing here. All right, the purple point, the ducks. Yes, that's exactly what I knew it was called. You guys are familiar with this one. This one's one with the major verticality over point. Again, this choke kind of stuff has been opened up, I feel like, a little bit more. It's still really awkward and uncomfortable. This door is actually really nice if you're fighting not on point and trying to attack point and you're a sniper and you don't want to peek down the same lane, but you want a bit of an angle. This just gives you an angle that you otherwise didn't have. But you have to keep in mind, it's the same kind of principle of like rotating a high ground. So nothing's really changed here. I think the big changes have been this little door here, and crucially, the opposite side here. So this entire area is way more open, way more dynamic. A lot of things are similar in terms of this path that leads to the point being underground. Little pathways, a little bit of dynamism in terms of the verticality, sometimes a little low ground, sometimes a little high ground. The high ground option is definitely a little bit more choky. The low ground option is definitely a little bit more open. But overall, there's definitely a much less strong of a defender's advantage in these situations if you are holding these high grounds because the chokes are more open. There's more ways to shoot you from open space that wasn't there. And heck, even if we're talking about here, like I said, the window's there. So it's just, in general, a little bit less defender's advantaged. And so it rewards you for rotating around, taking flanks, taking sight lanes. And as I've already said, it gives you more space for hit scans too. There's just more things to shoot now. So there's just a lot more ways to approach this fight from this side of the map, which in general was really, really cringe. Yes, there's like, you know, health packs and crap here. There's just a big hunk of junk here. But the biggest thing is that you just have more options to approach from this angle here. But yeah, that's the big thing here. Yeah, I mean, I think anything that opens up gets worse for junk. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But I still think that, like, you know, playing here as junk is still probably you're still getting chokes, right? You're still getting defender's advantage. It's just less of a defender's advantage. Yep. Okay. Transition period. To my knowledge, nothing super significant here. And so we go to the refinery. Similar stuff here. I think in general, this has been opened up a little bit, I want to say, but I'm honestly not too sure. Same kind of stuff. This leads to directly under point. Nobody's really playing under point, mostly because there's just a dead end here. So that was maybe kind of a missed opportunity, but not the end of the world. The main thing to point out here is just, again, it's going to be the side that's closer towards the middle of the map. Yeah, you have a little bit more cover, I believe, here. Yeah, this choke is definitely opened up a little bit more to make it less punishing. This rotation's a lot broader than it used to be. And even stuff like this, like a little nice comfy staircase here. Yeah, we loves and kisses, right? But the big thing is this choke bigger, right? This door now here. This choke also bigger, right? So these transitions on the sides of the map are just going to feel a lot more comfortable to maneuver. And so now you can actually retake this choke without feeling like you're bashing your head into a wall. And defenders, well, you're still going to want to hold basically the same locations as you were before, but your advantage in those defensive situations is going to be a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's mostly it. Relatively simple. But I think relatively high impact changes most of these all these way through. Any questions here? Agreed. Agreed. All right, we'll do the Suravasa check. And just for Derpy, we'll look at the mirrored point first. Oh, the timing's faster? Hard to say. When you're stuck in a choke, you might be kind of rewarded to go really, really fast tempo, you know, to try and get out of the choke quickly, but it depends on what way you look at it. Okay, so let's do the derpy check here. I mean, I don't know, chat. That's an advantage. That's an advantage. It's not a major advantage. Maybe you could, I mean, we could argue which one's more advantage, but it's definitely an advantage. It's mirrored. Because you can rotate directly from here, from this spawn room. And that rotation takes you to kind of skip this transition time and get all the way to here, or just, you know, walk forward to here. Whereas this one, you don't have that option. The only option you have is going all the way over here to this rotation here. Now, again, I'm not saying that it's perfect. Maybe there is a slight advantage. This one is less convenient or more convenient. I don't really know. But yeah. Can I solve your bad stomach? Yes. Just remove it entirely. Thank you, goblins. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, okay. So we'll I guess we'll go right to main point here to stay consistent. Nothing really changed here, to be honest with you guys. Very, very little change here. Maybe there's a little bit more space here, but if it is, I'm gaslighting myself. Big thing here is, unironically, the boxes, which allows for easier access to verticality. I don't think there's as much. That's basically it. So it just allows for easier access to high ground, but they didn't change a whole lot. Maybe these high grounds are a little lower, but there's not a whole lot here, right? The main change here is what happened off of point, which it's kind of hard to describe the way that this impacts here. No, these boxes are not breakable, to my knowledge. To my knowledge, they're not breakable. Where I get kicked from the game. Okay, love that. Give me a second. That was weird. I noticed that my latency was higher than normal, and then just bonked. Yeah, I'll elaborate on why the change off of point was kind of weird. Not bad weird, it's just different. What it essentially did... Oh, hang on. I'll wait till we have some background footage here. You stopped complimenting Bliss and they wanted you out? Yeah, it happens, man. They are always watching. Of course, WSG. Cheers, mate. I'm glad it was of assistance. I was talking with Stefano, and we have Operation Avalanche working right now. So we're going to be spitting out a lot of VODs on Spilo coaching, like maybe more than usual. So hang tight. We're going to try to catch up with the backlog here. What's going on? Is anybody else having issues? No, not the private ones. Those are always private, but as in we have a backlog still. Yeah. Weird. That's weird. I don't know. Never had this happen before. This is connecting, but it's stuck. Hang on. Well, hang on a second. Did I hear that Raymond Hazard are getting nerfed? I did see something like that, yeah. From Super or whatever, which doesn't surprise me. I have reported the armor bug, just so you guys know, extensively. So the whole armor bug that was making blocks more powerful than they're supposed to be, I did indeed report that with a lot of proof and stuff. So I don't know. I know that they've tracked it and they're aware of it, and that's all I can say. So I don't really know beyond that. I was just in a game and I dropped the whole lobby. Interesting. Let me look at Blizzard CS on Twitter. I mean, it probably wouldn't be right away, but... Wait, maybe I can do like Overwatch down detector. Is that a thing? That's probably the fastest way. No, nothing right now. Not a huge spike anyway. I will log out and log back in. How do I join the pugs happening later? Just hang around. I'm going to try to do some new map stuff and try to leverage some of the, just play in the new maps, you know? The main menu is different. Interesting. Pugs are Patreon pugs, right? No. Although this only happened on Saturdays. Now I'm stuck in connecting. Wait, it says entering game. Hang on. And I'm in. Weird. It's not my internet. Internet's fine. I would know through stream, almost certainly. No idea. Well, here we are. Very odd. Yeah, for me with Stadium, I'm down for the silly, but then I really lose interest fast. The first time that something annoying happens, I'm like, I'm out. Which the entire point of the game mode is annoying. So it's like, it's awkward. I will have like a blast playing like the sprint soldier build, you know? Like I'm fully invested. And then, or like a Rhine shield build or something silly, you know? But then as I just enjoy like the competitive integrity too much. I get too frustrated. I think also as well as that because I don't play it enough, my like MMR or SR or whatever is like really like unstable. So like whenever I play with friends, we'll like either stomp or get stomped at like there's very little in between. So, okay. I was talking about Suravasa and I was talking about the significant change on Suravasa is what the frick happened here. The boxes are gone. What that means is this is more generally accessible for anybody, short flanks, medium flanks, supports, DPS, whatever, with a less of a verticality favoritism. I think that's kind of the key thing here is that this flank kind of functions largely the same, but it doesn't advantage characters with verticality quite as much. Like you could play BAP, you know, Genji, do all sorts of silly things here, right? It's not that it wasn't accessible for other characters, it's just more inconvenient, and now everybody can use it. So it's like, you know, the gosh darn socialism in my Overwatch game means that this flank is just now for everybody. It doesn't really have a significant advantage for any hero cast, you know? So, yeah, and there's no way to stand on it either. Now, that wasn't very powerful, to be frank, outside of like gimmick flanks, but yeah. So it's a little bit more of an even experience. Yeah, okay. Let's keep the pattern rolling here. No, I'm surprised they didn't change this at all. I was expecting maybe a little bit of tweaks here, but this is still just as nasty of a choke as it's ever been. I guess the only thing worth highlighting, I think that they expanded this green section. All right, I'm coming in woefully underprepared. Did they really change anything here? Like, really? Anything? Am I going insane? No changes. Okay, I'm like trying not to gaslight myself into seeing things. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's the same. So whatever, you know, hold point, shoot high grounds on transitions, you know, angles. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Transition here's the same too, right? Maybe they widened it up, but this transition's the same, right? Bueller? Okay. Because I think this point's kind of weird. Like, they... Well, no, it's not weird. It's the same. Wait, what do you mean it's not mirrored anymore? What's not mirrored? This is a little bit more open, I think. Oh, yeah. Wait, what door on the other side? Wait. Oh. You're right. Okay, so yeah, this has changed. This used to be a whole little section here of retaking through this space here. You guys remember? And they've just closed it off. Weird choice, to be honest with you guys. Because nobody's freaking attacking point from this side because you walk directly at the high ground without taking any of your own high ground. So everyone's going to retake the same way, but you're more likely to be held in the choke here because there's fewer flanks that you can use as an attacker here. This is poor, I think. I think this is them trying to force people to walk through the choke, but they have not given us enough of advantages to take through the choke. Like, if they wanted us to walk through the choke, then they need to blow out this wall with a heavy explosive and allow us to just walk to this high ground here, right? Then you can actually have a reason to walk through that choke. Main is bad, right? Exactly. So it's too punishing, right? These are the better chokes because you can contest the high ground from here and you can contest the high ground from here, right? So they've not really solved it, and instead they've just made it really cancer to retake on attacker because you have to walk uphill without even the option of putting your supporter DPS here. You didn't use this too often, but you did use it. Very, very commonly used. Oh, let's put it this way. Not everybody used it, but some people always used it, almost, right? So in terms of advantages, I don't know if like you could strictly say this is an advantage, yes or no, because remember you have to consider the mirrored perspective. Like for this side, it's easier for them to retake this point, I think, oftentimes because of the amount of ways to approach. Then, I mean, it's about the same, is it? Oh, wait a second. Was there a path here or am I crazy? I might be crazy. No, I think I'm crazy. I think that was always closed off, but I don't know the numbers on this because this is also pretty hairy to attack from, but yeah. It's less about, I mean, it's not that this asymmetry is not important. It could be very important, but it's more about like the quality of life, you know? There was? Okay, so I'm not crazy. There was a path here. Okay, well, there you go. If there was, then there it goes. The lack of approach isn't the problem. The problem is only one side of the approach. Well, yes and no. What I'm saying is that maybe the other side has the exact same problem. And I think that like you can criticize both the asymmetry and also the design choices as well, right? Like it's not good if both sides have bad options. It's bad doubly, you know? Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. I mean, worth pointing out, you know, you're just going to be more funneled in. If you're stuck at a choke, you're really going to have to send somebody main, right? And it's going to take freaking forever because of all this crap that's in the way. And then you're not going to have a direct path to high. I mean, there's not even like a hole here. Like there should be like, if you're going to prioritize main, at least blow a hole through this wall so you can actually access the high ground from here. But it's just very, very inconvenient. In Palace, not this point. Yeah. Are we talking about the derpy thing? Because I think we already talked about that. Or are you talking about the other one? I think YouTube is just like a tiny bit behind, so it's kind of awkward to have a conversation. So I apologize. Okay. Water juice point. There's more options. There's just more space to move around. These chokes are a little bit easier to maneuver. This retake option is new. That's coming from spawn. That feels a lot better because you talk about like all this wasted space that used to be there, the little Pegoda that had the mega health pack. You just cut right to here. Oh, the one with the fountain. Yeah. Okay. And you have a wide angle, wide flank. Nothing's really changed once you get to here, but this transition period is just going to feel a little bit easier. And I'm fairly certain that this choke is also just a little bit broader as well, so it's a little bit easier to maneuver as well. So it's nothing super major, just a little bit easier to maneuver here, and a little bit easier to maneuver on this side of the equation as well. And that applies really on point side too, right? You just have more maneuverability on this side. There's more space. Point side choke is still pretty cringe, but again, a little bit easier to maneuver. There's a segmentation, so you can take a break, hold your shield, a little bit of flat. It's not quite as narrow. And I want to say there's a little bit more space to maneuver in these little sections in between here. So this, I believe, used to be a bit more compressed. So just, there's nothing major in how you approach, but everything is going to feel a little bit smoother and a little bit less choky. And that's going to apply it really the same thing on this as well. And the crucial thing that's changed here for this side of things is, yes, this is a bit more space here, same thing as the other side. But more importantly is you actually have a legitimate flank approach coming all the way from here, which actually leads pretty nicely. Like, I mean, honestly, you can even trace or triple blink across or double blink to here. Like, you have this entire flank that just didn't exist before. 5% chance to slip in the water? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, my graphics are really, really crappy, but I mean, just if you've ever looked up, I mean, come on, man, that's on high graphics, that looks awesome. So, okay, transition's gonna feel a bit easier. We just talked about it, right? That little path there is nice. There's a little bit less crap here, I believe. So this transition feels a little bit naked. I mean, that's the problem, right? Is like you have to find your balance of like compression versus nudity, you know? Like, what do you prefer more? So this one is a little bit less compressed, but there's a little bit more nudity. You get what I'm saying? So like there's more room to move, right? Same thing, we talked about the deep flank here. This, I believe, is a little bit more, no, I think this is about the same. But there's an easier rotation there. There's multiple different angles that you can approach from there. I think this is mostly the same. The rotations, I think, is a little bit more open on this side. You can see it there. And like Derpy was highlighting, obviously, if you're coming in from this angle here, then you have this entirely new flank route to kind of skip that rotation and go right to here. And then obviously you can just keep deepening and keep going to here. This rock, I think, is really great. I love this rock. I'm going to call him Fred. You can use this rock if you want to. Right, they made the building small. Okay, yeah, so this building is a little bit smaller than. Good to know. The point building is smaller. Oh. Right, so a little bit less, like, ceiling stuff. But yeah, good stuff. This one is probably the least flashy of all the point changes. Just a little bit less compression on what's on my screen, mostly, on both sides. Do you like that flank for attacking the other point? I like the flank if you're coming from that other point, and if you're playing like Trace or Sombra or Wrecking Ball, then yes. Anything else is probably too deep to really matter. But if you're moving from, like, let's say you just capped this point and you're moving to the next point, yeah, there's a lot of heroes that would benefit from using this, right? I mean, your alternative is walking through a choke other way, so. Yeah, just a lot of little things. Again, there's nothing really to point out beyond that, but yeah, it matters, so. Faster pathing, right. I didn't like how they were forcing everybody. I understood, but before that flank route was there, they basically were always forcing people to kind of migrate and transition through here. But it was so compressed, and there were no other routes that it just felt really bad. Like, all my worst experiences with Flashpoint were like this area here. And now that's just a lot better. I mean, even this angle feels a lot better. right? So just every little detail is put into this, and yeah. I know people are talking about like, oh, what's the point with map bans? Never get the point. It just be patient. Be patient. These are investments. This isn't brand new flashy content. This is a little thing that people over time will probably dislike Flashpoint a little bit less, and you know they're implementing the lessons that they've learned and improving the quality of life in the game in a way that's not like super flashy, but it has small but meaningful impact. I appreciate stuff like this, you know, like obviously we talked about the problem over here. It's not perfect, but I appreciate stuff like this, you know. I'm going to have 1% more fun every time I play this map, you know. And yeah, I appreciate that kind of stuff. Like I've played a lot of games before, maybe you guys have had as well, that like they get on the content grind and they just never stop. And you're just like, man, like especially as a dedicated player, you really want like all these quality of lives and reworks and they just never happen, right? Because it doesn't sell stuff, you know? And it's nice to see that, you know, we're improving the product as well. You know, this doesn't sell skins exactly, but I really appreciate it. So 1%, yeah, 1% might have been a bit of a low ball. I'd say probably a solid 10% more enjoyment for me on this map. Now, if we could just get them to do more frequent hero reworks. No, I don't think this is new, but yeah. Yeah, I think Shambali and Circuit really showcases... Okay, so first off, I've said this before, but I don't think anybody in their current team was the guy that designed Circuit or the Colosseo Glass. I don't remember. Maybe I'm making the crap up. But I've had this conversation with them. I was like, come on, guys, what the frick is Circuit Royale, you know? And I think Shambali and Circuit Royale was, I want to say, more of the old guard, the last of the old guard. But I don't know if that's actually true or not, because I definitely agree with you. I think Circuit and Shambali are not I mean, they really are. They're the worst aspects of Escort and Hybrid. I mean, they're both technically Escort, but it's not good. It's not better. You know, we can be positive about like a lot of the Flashpoint stuff. We could be positive a lot about their reworks, right? But even the Circuit rework was like, it just wasn't enough. You know, it just wasn't enough. Like that map is still just horrendous. And if you look, I mean, we don't really have any evidence that they've quote unquote learned their lesson with Escort. The Junkertown reworks were much better, but it still can be difficult. Havana is much better, still wasn't enough. I think Havana was probably the most half-baked of them all. But Circuit Royale as well, you know. Have we had a good... Paraíso is pretty rough. I'm not going to lie with you guys. Paraíso is probably one of the most hated maps in the entire game. Honestly, Paraíso might be it's definitely the most hated hybrid, I think. Definitely the most hated hybrid map by a long shot, especially since the Numbani rework, which I think was actually quite good. It still has a long way to go, but yeah, if you look at like the newer Escort and hybrids, like they're not good, guys. They're not great. Paraíso is really good for certain characters, but it's very bad for other characters. It's like one of the worst Rhine maps in the game. It's really bad for a lot of flankers. It feels really bad for certain tanks. First point is a complete crapshoot. First point, Paraíso might be one of the worst points in Overwatch. First point, is just atrocious. Oh yeah, Midtown. Midtown's mid. Midtown's mid. That's a good point. Midtown's mid. People don't hate Midtown. Some people really don't like Midtown first point. It definitely has a lot of issues, Midtown does, but I would say it's probably better, in my opinion, than Powder East. So, but yeah, good point. But I guess that's kind of my point, is like Midtown isn't great either. Like, what are the points, what are the maps that people really like in Escort? I think Rialto, most people like. I mean, it has its issues, but it's a little, people like Rialto. Dorado rework was a lot better, but still, I think like Rialto, Kings Row, Blizzard World, those are probably like the three maps that I think are the most loved within the category, and none of them are new. Yeah. Yeah, Powder Iso is just terrible. First point, it's like, where do you hold on point? How do you attack on point? A lot of Overwatch 2 original maps aren't well. Like, yeah, that's actually a good point. Like I said, like the old guard, you know? It's like the... I remember having this conversation kind of on a separate note with CarQ when I went to LA. This was a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago. And I was like, you know, I can talk about it now, but we had play tested Venture, we had play tested Juno, we had played like the ball rework with like the retract and shield sharing, like all these kind of cool ideas. And I'm like, this can't be the same team that did Malga and Lifeweaver, right? Like this can't, like I was like, how do you even release those characters like that? Like, how does that not get... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And we really never really came up with a... I mean, I don't know the inner workings of who designs what or who does what. But there was that conversation where we were like, how does that happen exactly? It just, development is delayed, you know? And so you don't really see the results of what I would hope would be a better design philosophy for some time. So... Can you do a tier list of every individual map point in Overwatch? Oh my days, that would be exhausting. I'm not much of a map guy though, because I find things to like maps are so much more nitty gritty. They're like less complicated and more complicated than Heroes, if that makes sense. Like there's like, it's not that deep, but like if you really look at every point, you could probably cry about like literally every point in the game. But I don't know if I'd want to do that because I think part of the fun of Overwatch maps is the flavor. You know what I'm saying? I do like the fact that certain types of game modes are better and worse. Like I wouldn't change Escort and Hybrid to be more brawl focused or more flanker focused. I would probably change a couple of points and a couple of things. Like Junkerton's second point is still miserable to retake, and Watch Point Gibraltar third point is still a wind tunnel. You know, Rialto third point is still a full hold on the end because it's still a choker watch. But I don't think I would change too much because I do like the flavor that the characters, that the maps have. Freudian slip. But yeah, you're probably more of a map guy than any other Overwatch player. Yeah, but I still don't feel like as confident talking about it, you know? Like, hot take, Blizzard World has a lot of major issues. A lot of major issues that aren't that talked about because it's still better than its competition in a lot of ways. This is not a hot take within you guys, but it's definitely a hot take in the more casual community. Kings Row has a lot of issues as well. Kings Row has a major problem with chokes and inaccessible high grounds that are very inconvenient to access for the vast majority of the player cast. You look at a point like Numbani where they put a lot of work and yet they didn't address the point that's just as bad as first and second point. Maybe not as bad as first, but third point is just as bad. Third point is worse than second point by a long shot. I'm surprised that they put like some development on second point, but then third point just didn't get barely anything. And that just seems like a massive oversight. I mean, I have worked with so many players that get full held on Numbani at third point, and yet there is no work done on that point. Obviously, you guys know me with the Colosseo rant. And it's funny because I actually look at some of the maps like Colosseo, and I'm like, yeah, I think Colosseo is fine. Like, I think Colosseo could use some tweaks here and there, but like, it was like a map I hated, and now I don't really have a problem with it. And yet there's still even stuff like Runasapi. Like, I find Runasapi very, very linear, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't find a lot of variety with where Runas fights happen on Runasapi. And I think it's because a lot of the space in between the points is so unbelievably choke heavy. Or it's so small in its space that nobody ever fights there. Let me kind of showcase what I mean really fast. Like, I know everybody loves Runasapi. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest with you guys. I don't hate it, but like, there's a lot of like wasted space. Like, this is, nobody wants to play here. What is this? Right? There's this angle here, which is fine, but pretty isolated. This space is very isolated and hard to get to for slower characters, and you can get immediately punished. Same problem with this here. This entire area is unbelievably compressed and high risk to play, unless you're a very fast character. There's areas like here that I feel like are a little undercooked. There's areas like here that feel like way too compressed and way too risky to play. It's just a very linear map with where fights locate. And a lot of that is due to the push objective game mode. But if you compare that even to maps like Colosseo, there's generally a little bit more variety about where fights are chosen and where tanks and supports and DPS are positioned. And I don't find that same level of variety with Runesapi. So, you know, I don't know. Like, it's a beautiful map. It's not a bad map. It's fine. I guess my point being is that, like, I just have a lot of issues with a lot of maps, but I haven't put a lot of thought into what I would criticize in terms of feedback of, like, I like this differently, you know? I think Lijiang is overrated. I think Ilios is overrated. I think both of those maps have a lot of problematic points. I think Busan is terrible. I think Samoa is actually pretty decent, all things considered. Yeah. Peninsula is not great. Yeah, you won't find me disagreeing. Peninsula definitely has its major issues too. And I think Samoa has its issues too, but yeah. I also think the clash points are good if the game mode was just good. I think for the most part the clash points are pretty decent, but I just think the game mode is just cheeks. But the map is okay. Is you fight in the same locations multiple times a game? Ball's too much fun in Mecha Base. Busan is amazing for Ball. Probably one of his better. It's just so big, you know? But yeah, I don't know what you guys think about it. Oasis is fine. Definitely compositional favorite, but I don't think it's too bad. Definitely feels more like mobility brawl favored, but that's just King of the Hill in general. But I don't know. If you look for something to complain with when it comes to maps, you're always going to have something to complain about, because so much of it is flavor and colored by your own personal bias. But I don't really care. Yeah, came from Rivals apart from Circuit Havana. I like most maps. yeah. Map design in Overwatch. I think, like, if we're talking about subjective versus objective, there's I think the map gap between Rivals and Overwatch may be about as big as anything else, to be honest. Who is Overwatch not for in its current state? I think if you're either end of the spectrum, you could find Overwatch to be a little lacking. As in, I was thinking about this yesterday. And I was thinking, I don't think this is the thing, but this might explain your situation. A lot of 6v6ers miss being the tool. They miss being the ingredient. They miss the complicated synergy between abilities that led to some broken results. You know, they miss being that bubbled off tank, the matrix, the tank synergy, the immortality field on the corner, the brig pot. They miss the OP synergies that you could apply if you had the right composition and the right setup. So you didn't have as much quote unquote agency, but you could be a really important cog in the tool, which is why, like, a lot of Overwatch 1 metas were really sticky, because once you found that OP synergy, whether it's double shield, double bubble, goats, anything, you could really leverage the butt cheeks out of that synergy, right? Overwatch 2 doesn't have as many OP synergies. It's a little bit more on individual value, right? With characters that are a little bit more dynamic, and they generally have ways of helping themselves, right? You look at something like a Brigitte, she's a lot weaker at peeling than she used to be in Overwatch 1, but she can function and move around in a lot of different ways that she couldn't in Overwatch 1, right? Now, alternatively, if you're the type of person that doesn't likes self-sufficiency, likes you being, a lot of your, I'm trying to think of a good way of looking at this here, that doesn't want to really think much about your teammates and just kind of wants to deal with what's on your screen, I do think Rivals, in a weird way, kind of does that better, even though it's 6v6. Not in a good way necessarily, but like if you pick, there isn't really like the whole like if you pick Spider-Man and you're good enough, there's just not a lot. Like anything, you're just gonna kill anything. Like you're just gonna kill anything. Like you're just gonna kill anything, and you don't need any healing at all, and if you're playing Doctor Strange, like OT ping Doctor Strange, you can function with a lot of healing, you can function with a little healing. Maybe this doesn't really fit with Rivals. I guess my point being is that Overwatch is still very much a team-based game, right? Like you still are reliant off of your teammates to do things, not necessarily picking the OP strategies or the OP synergies, but you can't just play your game. Like you have to play around your team. And so like it could be that you miss the really team-oriented side of Overwatch. It could be that you're burned out on the team-oriented side as a whole. It could be that you're just burned out and that Overwatch doesn't provide enough new flashy things for you. You get what I'm saying? Like even the most content-pilled games in the world probably don't release enough content to fuel a constant interest in the game at a high level. Does that make sense? Like I think it would just be almost impossible to maintain like full. Hottie, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Why does Hello Dami say bald raid? Bald raid? You guys want to see bald raid here? One of my Discord mods just posted this in the Discord. Here you go. So this is for you, Hottie. You too, mate. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hope you had a good stream. So the way I look at it is like if you were like brand new to Overwatch right now, you just have years ahead of you, man. But if you've been streaming and playing Overwatch for like hours every day, then like for like 7 or 8 years, then it's in my Discord, Hottie. You can find. Then yeah, you're gonna run out of new shiny things. You know what I'm saying? For me, the reason why I've been able to quote unquote maintain interest for as long as I have is because I've like really diversified myself within Overwatch. Yeah, frick you too, buddy. But also because I don't play a ton of Overwatch. I think about Overwatch. I coach Overwatch.
Player ever, they will give me brick.
Yeah, exactly, Rex. But I don't. I play. I almost basically only play Overwatch on stream. Like almost 100% of my playtime is on stream. Which, if you guys have done the math, it's like 5-6 hours a week, maybe. Usually less. Sometimes more when new characters come out and I have to learn them, but not much. So I kind of pace myself, So I'm still enjoying the game. I think if Overwatch is your game, you're gonna get burned out real fast. I don't think there are many games that can sustain that level of focus and attention. That's probably the more accurate, less sexy, less strategic answer, Especially because we're not like matching Rivals content tempo, you know what I'm saying?
Is interacting through others via coaching and stuff also possibly a contributing factor? Since so many different people approach the game differently,
definitely.
It stays fresher that way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think like let me give you guys an example of what I'm doing this week in relation to Overwatch, okay? This is one of my more boring weeks for content, okay? One of my more boring weeks, okay? I coached the game. I've coached like 6 heroes. 4 heroes this week already in the last day or two. Today we're talking about maps, 3 different maps, about how to play those maps educationally. But then we're going to also play those maps. And then on Thursday, we're going to do a little bit more educational work, but we're going to do try to finish the Overwatch 2 dictionary. And then we're going to do a Pugs that's going to be strictly fun, focused on worst versus best characters for players of different SR. I'll elaborate more on that on Thursday. Then we might watch some pro player VODs. Last week, we did, mid-season patch. We did Mythbusters. We did Is Spy Low Plat. We talked about block game design. The thing is like, we do general game design, we do sports psychology, we do educational, we do coaching, we do map stuff, we do strategy, we watch. So like, I've you know, if you go back to like when I first started streaming, like 7 years ago in Overwatch, right? The stream variety is like insane compared to then. Like we do so many more things. So many more things. So. Worst in-game hero skins, right, too. That was more of a silly thing that Pepper wanted to do. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a good example. So we do a lot of different things. So that keeps it fresh. Will you multitask with voting for the character you will play in the games? No. No, not likely. Okay. Give me 1 second, chat. Let me get some water. And then we can interview these pods. Sing on the open highway, sing on the open road. I'm trying to think. We should probably do like anywhere from, we'll do like Platinum Masters, I think was what we'll do. Atlas time. We'll probably start. No. Let's do the new maps. Let's do the new reworks because we've done a little bit of Atlas. We will do some Atlas, but yeah. I'll do a Oh yeah, Sarah Lee, I saw you got the 100 stream streak. Sorry, I just missed it. Yes, I'm NA. Yeah. Okay. So. I'm going to open this up to Plat, Diamond, or Masters. Any role within that. Still playing in the band. I mean, kind of. We've taken a little bit of a hiatus, so yeah. 3 stream streak, right? Let me set up Nightbot so we can do a giveaway, though, because I'm expanding it to Platinum through Masters. I imagine we'll probably have a few more people. We're going to just play the new maps, and maybe if there's something that I learn from the map play, maybe we'll add some details at the end here. So okay, keyword is play. Keyword is play. So if you want to, or Plat, Diamond, or Masters on any role, just type in play. Doesn't need to be an exclamation mark to say play. Gold 1 count for Plat? Sure. But we're just Bing chilling. We're doing some silly stuff. Subscribe to earn drops. I really hate this. I did not sign up for this. Can I change this? Can I give you guys the drops for free? We're doing a giveaway for playing. We're going to do some pugs on the new maps. So I will need you logged on. Plat, Diamond, and Masters. Rusky, thank you for the sub. It's all part of the strat. Oh, I don't want you getting the new sub. It's great. It's brilliant. Darn Vacation. Ah, man, I freaking hate Vacation, man. This is on, so yeah, it's only in Twitch chat. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have command set up through YouTube, and I don't have a way to combine it with Nightbot. At some point, I will do that, surely. You don't need to be a sub. Dat MF Chunk. Battle tag and rank, please. Rank and roll. Rank and roll. Just like what role would you prefer? What ring? Ah, it sucks the Faz. It's all right. We'll do 2 at a time. JDH washes. Is GM5 Masters? No. No. I especially because we're going to have like a freaking gold 1 player in there. Does Kings Row deserve GOAT status in your opinion? No. Yeah, I really should just be saying like Masters 4 peak. I really shouldn't be letting in people more than that. If I have a player higher than that, I might actually ask you to play something you're not as good at. Because otherwise, I mean, we know from the rank discrepancy that like freaking GM5 to Masters 5 is a pretty big ol' honking difference. Current rank, or like within the last season, yeah. Get Chunk in here. Masters Diamond on all rolls, okay? And I'm gonna play with you guys, so I'm gonna I'm going to finish my sentence. I'm going to fill in wherever we're needed here. 0, JPC, and Yoshi. You're in, Eridu. I don't know if you're going to win, but not me getting up in 5 and saying it for the stream. Bro, you got to go to bed, mate. You got to go to bed. You're going to feel so freaking good tomorrow. Plat, Diamond, or Masters? That's what we're looking for. Yeah, I'm going to warn you, Plat players are going to be a little bit swamped here, so if the... Yeah, your preferred role, yeah. If you get your way... If you get a little overwhelmed... I'm just saying, if you are a Plat player, good luck, you know? You're more than welcome to join. Nobody's going to flame you. Nobody's going to be disappointed or annoyed. There's no pressure whatsoever, but you may feel a little annoyed. Okay, no worries, 0. Gotcha. So we need another one here. Alex J. One of these days, Miji's going to get in here, but it won't be today. Just type play. If you type play, and even in part of your sentence, you're entered. So, all right, Alex, just give me your battle tag, mate. We'll be good to go. How much to bribe to get in? How much money do you have? If you're a Plat player, good luck. That's me every Patreon, Fogs. If I give you a bit, do I get in guaranteed? Yes. Only 1 bit, though. If you give me 2, you don't get it. Hot Pants! It's not strictly banned. I saw the coaches were doing. Wait, what's banned? Wu Yang's leaked abilities? Oh. They said that we could look at it because it's been publicly leaked, but I'm not going to, so yeah. Because I also, like, I really hate pretending that I don't like conjecturing. So I did that one time where I had to pretend to conjecture about something because, like, as if I didn't know, because I'm not allowed to know. But I was like, if I didn't know, what would I think about this? And then people were like, oh, you know, you're lying. I'm like, dude, you guys are being brain dead. So I avoid it entirely. Somebody spat in the bath water, and so now nobody can take a bath. You get what I'm saying? Beige Hawk, what rank are you again as a Plat? And what role preferred? So it's like, fine, if you guys can't handle me trying to toe the line of an NDA, then you guys don't get anything. The following one, you don't get anything. I said 1 bit, not 100 bits. You get nothing. Get fricked, buddy. Should just bite the bullet and become a patron. There it is, Miji. I coach you for free. Is that in the game? What the frick? And now, oh yeah, there it is. I was really surreal. I was like, what's going on? Plat, Diamond, and Masters, yeah. Okay. If I missed one of the winners, I need your battle tag. I need your battle tag here. If you won, you need to give me your rank, role, and battle tag. And at me.
I don't get anything, but I get TTS. So who's
That's true, Brax. You've brute forced your way into being a Spylo mascot at this point now. I have nothing to say about it anymore. One of these days, Brax, I'm going to change the bit rate for TDS to like 101 and just see what happens. Turtle. There it is. We got Yoshi in now here. We got Yoshi in now. Frick. Do you have a preferred role, Yoshi? If I don't have you on the preferred role, guys, we might have to sort it out. But I will flex to wherever I'm needed, so we got that going for me. And let me know when you're on here. 96. Oh, 96. I see. 96. It's my sister's birthday. It's not working in my end, Yoshi Games. Is it 181? 1881? Make sure I'm spelling it correctly. Double check for me.
Forever for giving me not round bit totals.
That's true. I love that's the real scam. It's not the extra cent. It's the not round bit totals that'll get you. Happy birthday, Spiral. It's not my birthday yet. Next month it is. I'm 1 month away from my birthday. All right, get Turtle in here. How are you, Miji? You doing good? Just chatting with you guys. Still probably one of my favorite teams. Easily top 2 that I've ever worked with. Miss hanging out with you guys. Start from the top. You get what I'm saying? Cheers, Lukigo. Well, I messaged Magister about our secret project, and I think Magister is down. So Lukigo, Magister, you guys stay tuned the next couple of weeks here. I fell back into the Mercy OTP life. No, no. Okay, it's the air is on. I gotta turn this sucker off. Is it subs only? No. But you're entered into the drawing, which is random, so. Just type play and you're good. Yeah, it's a Nightbot giveaway here. I'm doing the Nightbot giveaway here. Be the ball. Eridu. Frick, we let Eridu in. What role do you want Eridu? I'll even put you on DPS as long as you play something you're really bad at. Thank you, Funera. Honestly, maybe not even Tracer or because like you're gonna be versus like plat players, so maybe I put you on like support and throw you on like Lucio or Mercy or something. Yeah. Wait, whoops. Evil Cat Overlord. So by saying play in the yeah, you're in. You're in. I see your name. You're good. We need like 2 more or 1 more after this. Is there anybody that won the drawing that I missed your message? How's oh. So it's weird. I always get the highlight when somebody at somebody else. I don't know why that's the case. Like Eridu, it showed up highlighted here and plot 1 and DPS preferred. Okay. So this is definitely going to be whoops, that's not what I copied. I copied Evil Cat. I won it, trust me. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Probably going to end up playing support here myself, looks like it. Is everybody happy with your role? So JDH, Beige Hawk, Tank, Hot Pants, Evil Cat, DPS, Turtle, Chunk, DPS, Eridu support, Yoshi Games support. I don't know if Beige Hawk specifically said... Yoshi Games left. I don't know if Beige Hawk said specifically Tank. I can't remember. Okay, sure? Good. Your game? That's okay, Yoshi. We got a second. We got a second. We can give you a second. Okay, so Buttered Eggs, are you here? Just let me know if you're here. Oh, you were support. Okay, so I will tank then. Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. I'll tank. I'll tank. I'll go with tank I'm not good at. But I can't play support. Can you play DPS? Or can you play tank? I can fill you where you need. Just drop your battle tag and let me know what rank you are with those rules, and I'll fill around. And Yoshi, let me know when you're back. Nice, Missy. Congratulations on being a Masters Queen. Diamond 5 tank. Perfect. I'll have you replace me and I will move myself elsewhere. Oh no, hold still, chat. Hold still. Nice, nice. Wait, this might be fine. Yeah, I got you, Yoshi. Are you ready? Are you ready to come back in? I think we're good to go now. Just let me know when you're ready, Yoshi, and we'll be good to go. Hard to find a Spilo Queen video? Yeah. We might have to do a sponsor. We have another sponsored coaching round coming up in about another month. So maybe I'll do Queen. I'll have to look at my playlist here. Is it PC only? No. All right, let me update stream title right now. Whoop, 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 whoop. New testing, new maps, reworks with custom games. Kind of peruse around. Nothing super fancy. I'll let chat pick what hero I play as well. You getting on right now? Perfect. Got you in. I will tell you what heroes I can play. So I'm on support. I'm going to swap with Yoshi really fast here. I don't know if this is going to be fair. We're going to find out. Let's do New Junk City. Let's do Suravasa first. Okay. There'll be a new batch next game. I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 maps in a row, just so we're not swapping people out as much. I can play Mercy. I think I can just play Mercy. I'm going to start with Mercy. And if things start to feel a little shaky, I'll upgrade.
Don't fail me. I'll be right behind.
They have this coming, so let's give it to them.
I'm going to start with Mercy. My upgrade option would be maybe Lucio or Bap.
For your sake,
Maybe EDRE? Not that good? No, I'm pretty decent at Weaver, so I don't know if I want to go Weaver here.
Boosting your damage.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright. Let's, only problem with the Mercy is I just realized that I'm not going to really do a lot of exploration, which is the only problem. Well, maybe.
Don't disappoint me.
Oh, yeah. Frick, that was my bad. Oh, no, yay. Okay, so he's...
I'm capturing the objective.
I'm not good at this character.
Much obliged. Hi there.
Oh, I got smirked. I got murked and smoked. I got smirked. Shoot. Ah.
I must return to my post.
Nice, guys. I'm still winning.
The enemies are taking the objective. Here to assist. Hi.
Frick. I lost my guy. Beam.
Enhancing your strength.
No, I did not. It just... I think I should have flown elsewhere. It's fine. We lose.
Time for a new plan. This will help you. Don't disappoint me.
Frick! Ah!
Vengeance never dies.
Alright, Fricker.
Heightening your capabilities. Let the Kitsune guide you. It's go time. I'm here to support. Damage intensified.
Nice, guys.
Marking. Secure.
Wait, frick, my multi-chat's bugged.
Flashpoint.
I haven't seen anything that you guys have said for like the last hour. Hang on. See if you... Don't say anything interesting, please.
Begging for attention.
I guarantee you there goes Mercy or something goofy.
Watch here. Supplying damage increase.
Flashpoint unlocks.
When I say interesting, I mean like... Well, I guess I mean anything. Frick! 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 Wait, now I can see you. Wait, no, I can't see you. I can only see you in Twitch chat, but I can't see you in multi-chat. I need to refresh that in a second. I'm actually just tossing fights, so it's just...
No mercy.
I hate the skin so much.
Powered up. Nice.
I'll make it worth your while.
I see an enemy. I need healing.
I don't need killing him. Go on.
I could use some assistance. I will fix you. Don't underperform.
No. Frick! We see it's YouTube chat is saying it's picking up YouTube chat. See, it's picking up the real MVPs. Twitch chat gets fricked. No, come on. All right, let's try this again. If I do it again, will it work? Frick, man.
I must return to my post. Here.
Come the papa.
Overtime.
Damage intensified.
Nice touch. Do we touch again? We don't. She's looking for pulse. I'm gonna die. Alright, who's gonna die with me? Who's gonna die with me? Dude, I'm about to go James. I mean, I guess it's Mercy. Doesn't really count as James Bond, right, guys? But I have the most deaths.
Begging for attention.
Come on, man.
Enemy over here. Maintaining damage.
Free a little distance for myself here.
Now flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Ugh.
Let's kick this off. Make it worth your while.
I am your remedy.
Frick you! I knew what you were doing.
Activating healing stream.
Frick.
We need to defend the objective. Behind you.
No! I didn't know Tracer was there! I'm so dumb! Dude. I was like, I can get away with it.
Death will not triumph over me.
I don't know, man.
I am empowering you. I am here to support. My skills are still needed. Don't disappoint me. That won't be enough to stop me.
Holy crap.
Attention. I will fix you.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Well, I can't.
Major pack.
All right, we got a perk now.
Guide you.
Quick. Ah! Okay, we're gonna win this. It's fine. I was too slow to get the mini health back. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Death will not triumph over me.
Hi.
Over here.
Wait, whoa, my GA distance is crazy.
Let me see what I can do.
Notice that. Let's go.
They'll regret that.
Claiming the objective.
What is that melody?
I'll just take the objective.
My skills are still needed. Damage intensified. Begging for attention. My ultimate is ready. Go. I'll be watching over you. Here to assist. Vengeance never dies.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
I need you at peak performance. I'm grateful. I'm deiner Seite. Right? I will not let them stand in my way.
Okay, look. It's just as well because the way that I look at it is this, okay? If we're playing the map to explore the map, okay? I don't think Mercy's the best character to do that with. You get what I'm saying? So I think you kind of demonstrated why that's the case just now. But I think you guys get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we'll move it up to New Junk City, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Traveling to New Junk City.
Yeah. All right. So if not Mercy, then what would I go? Hey, Woodcling. Lucio? Maybe. Idiari? Alright, we'll try Idiari. I haven't played Idiari in a long time. Who are we waiting on? And destroy everyone. Alright.
Positioning healing pylon.
Who are we waiting on here? Should be starting. No idea.
For battle. Select your hero.
Oh! Awful. Oh! Oh, these are so bad. I do not like these at all. Sounds okay. You have to technically stay Magister. So you have to be financially responsible for a longer period of time, so I don't recommend it.
Probably faster too.
Alright. I should do a prediction after this one. Depending on how this game goes, maybe we'll do predictions for if I'm going to win or not.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint. Arena.
Let's try and mix it up a wee bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just try it. Let's try it.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
I didn't do it for you.
Huh? Sure. Oh, frick.
La mona, aunque se vista de seda. Mona seguir. Moving the pylon.
Oh, no.
Healing pylon out.
There's somebody behind us, but okay, we're good now. Where are you at? Oh, frick, there's a soldier over there. I don't have my pylon.
Stay near my pylon.
Oh, dear. No.
Changing my pylon's location. Healing pylon deployed. I'm on fire.
Shoot, she hit it.
Feels better. Thanks.
I think I wait to place my pylon until I know where they're going to be. Not really taking a lot of passive pressure here. Yeah. I think we have to back off here and then place it like here. Yeah. Whoa! 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 Did you guys see that? Oh dear. No! I wanted the perk! Dude! I wanted the perk, bro! It buffs my ult by a lot! It buffs my ult by a lot! Like by a lot.
Clear out. Stay close. I'm trying to help. Taking the objective. Position of feasibility. Guide you.
Ooh. Oh gosh. I'm just garbage. I'm just gonna quit Overwatch. I'm gonna become a TikTok coach. I'm gonna say tic-tac-toe coach. Gosh. Just kidding.
I'm on my game.
No, tic-tac-toe. Like TikTok coach doesn't make any sense.
Moving the pylon. Target's locked. Open fire.
I don't think I really want to line up there. That feels a little compressed.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Okay, we'll lean this here.
Working on your injuries. Taking the objective.
Go ahead, Rat. Go ahead, Rat. I know what you want.
I'm on fire.
She wants a pulse. Yeah, that's too much attention.
Healing pylon deployed. Show me your wounds.
knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I need to recharge. Moving the pylon. Positioning healing pylon. Area denied.
Frick, think about point.
Healing pylon deployed. Let the Kitsune guide you.
Get off this Discord. Frick! Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Nice, Suzu. Good fire strike. He's dead. Nice, guys. Nice, guys.
Secure.
Easy for us. Easy for us, really.
Flashpoint. Refinery.
What does my perk do? More movement speed, more attack speed, right? Come.
Group up
Over
here.
here.
Careful.
We have movement. We can move.
Hey.
Come on, Papa. Move.
Breaking them down.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Stay near my pylon.
We can fight here. You want this?
Stop pushing yourself so hard. Face the sunrise. They held my pylon.
I don't give a frick, bro. Zoning. I don't give a frick. We get our one. We win our fight.
Healing pylon out.
Come on.
Major pack unlocked.
I'm not healing that much, so. That perk isn't bad though. Oh, okay.
I always win again. Changing my pylon's location.
Oh,
Stay away.
idiot.
Let me see.
Come here. Where are you? Can't chase that.
Positioning healing pylon. We're outnumbered. Repositioning pylon.
No, bad. Why does everyone say nar? What does that mean? Nar. Why does it pronounce? I know what you mean, but I don't know what you mean by that.
Redux.
I'll move to the next objective.
All right, this one's good for me. This one's good for me. Yeah, what the frick are you guys talking about? Nar. Degenerates.
Healing pylon
What does
deployed.
that mean?
Get away from me.
Hey, you like the? Oh frick. I'm just the worst person I know. I'm just the worst. Australian for no? Oh.
Flashpoint unlocked.
Team, hold the point.
Still winning. Hashtag winning. Pirate for no? Yeah. Definitely getting that vibe. Winning. Hashtag. Recap. Thanks. Frick. Where are you, you rat?
Healing pylon out.
Where are you, rat? Come on, rat.
I have to move the pylon.
Where are you? I can smell you.
My way.
Dude. No! It's fine, we win anyway. Charlie Sheen? What does it even mean? What? I don't even know much about Charlie Sheen. Who's Charlie Sheen? I know it's like some guy, some actor dude, right? That's before my time. All you boomers out here with your Charlie Sheen references. What the frick is Charlie Sheen? Alright, I gotta transition across here.
Killing pylon deployed.
Headshot. The goat.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Go ahead. There it is. Oh, I forgot about the flight. I keep forgetting about the updated flight. Oh shoot, my latency just spiked. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, yeah, my latency's a little bad, but we're back. Easy for me, guys. Easy for me. Easy for me. Never seen Hot Shots? No.
Play of the game.
Oh, they ended up with winning. Oh, okay. Honestly, easy for me. Is EDI better in pro play? Yes. A few times. Not very much though. All right, last one. We'll do Atlas. Easy for me, guys. Easy for me. One of the easiest games I've ever played. Okay, what's next? I'll set up a prediction. Who do you guys want me to play? Tell you what, you know what I'll do is I'll tell you who I'm gonna play. I'm going to do Lucio. Your prediction is now live.
We're here to be heard.
It has to be support because I'm on the support role for these guys.
Select your hero.
All right, predictions live. Spilo wins on Lucio. I already did Mercy Woodcling and it was not good. I would go as far to say it was bad, but maybe that's a little bit too much of it. My team just sucked, you know what I'm saying? I think chat will agree. You know, no agency. Teammates went peel for me. Yeah, Pred's closed fast. Sorry, I might have done it too fast. DPS diff, yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll amp early. We'll do our triple speed.
Initial flashpoint. Station.
Let's get a groove on.
Ooh. Oh no, I don't want to be here. Oh, there's nobody here. I thought there was somebody there. They were there. They're just not there. You get what I'm saying? Oh dear. Ah! Okay. We're good. We're good. I ran out of mouse pad for just a second there. A little bit of an unfortunate time. Guys, it's Chopin. Yeah, that's the guy. Big old Chopin. You guys know him. Come on. Come on. There's no way. Okay. I got one. Oh no. Bait them and then go right back. I'm with my guy. Hot Pants. Let's go. Where are we going, Hot Pants? Oh dear. I'm dying. Juked. Nope. No, 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 no. Oh no. Nope, nope, no, no, no. Okay. Alright, there's a little bit of a miscommunication there, right? Alright. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We still got this. We just need to press Q. It's too late now. I don't think we're gonna press Q. We're not gonna press Q. We're gonna lose. Or maybe we will touch. We will touch. Oh dear. I will boop, but there will be nothing to boop there. We will not touch again. I'll die instantly. I got you. Dude, alright, look. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. I'm just a little tired today. I'm just a little tired. Yeah, baby! It's the goat. How does he do that, man? Holy crap. Hey, where am I? The frick? No, 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 no. Got him. I was like, wouldn't it be funny? And then it did. I was not expecting it to actually happen. It actually happened. The best part is the noise. Oh, I did not mean to amp. I don't give a frick. I don't give a frick. I don't give a frick, guys. I don't give a frick. You get me? Some of you guys just don't want to be losers, but you're never going to be winners. You understand what I'm saying? This is how to be a winner. This is how to be a winner. Just observe. Observe. Observe a winner. We don't not do things. We're always doing things. You know what I'm saying? Flip the map. Frick. Oh no. No, 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 no. No! Anti-synergy! Anti-synergy! No, I pooped them. Okay, that's okay. We're 50% to our next beat. 60% onto our next cap. We're good. maybe not the play. We're out. We're out. We're out. We're out. Rat. I knew you guys would do that. I knew it. You guys are so predictable, man. Tell you what. So predictable, man.
Let the kitsune got you.
Look at this. Oh, just how does he do it? I don't know. I honestly, there isn't an explanation for it. There's not a mathematical or scientific explanation for the things that I do in this character. I realize that that could be construed as ambiguous, and so I will assume you guys know exactly what I mean.
Louder this time. Oh, let's break it.
Where the frick did he go? Oh, okay, well. Yeah, it's the artistry, right. Certain people just don't get it. Some people don't have the gene. I have the gene. Okay, let's move. Let's move, gentlemen. Let's move. Get the boy. Get him. Get him. Look at that. Immediately destroyed. Annihilated. As if he didn't even exist. Oh! How does he do it? All right, come on, guys. We're going in. Oh, okay. Well, he didn't shatter anybody, and I'm completely by myself. I think he actually fat fingered. I don't think he was even near anybody. Okay, there's just okay.
Keep up with this.
Bombs ticking.
Oh, you want to hear this?
Objectives in my hands.
Yeah, we got him.
Over there!
All right. Wait, that's not. No, I don't have amp. I didn't have amp. I saw orb and fade, and I was like, I got this. Come on, baby, come on.
Look at me go.
Okay, one more round. One more round.
Switching track. Ever up this beat?
Flashpoint resort.
Hold on. No.
The Mahal.
That's the sound there. Oh, let's break it.
Where'd he go? I lost him, guys. I'm so bad.
Louder this time.
When am I getting top 500 in Ryan? Soon. Tomorrow's the plan. Shoot.
Let's do it fast. Crank up the game.
Let the kitsune guide you.
We need to cut the point.
That's out there.
Hey.
I feel great.
No, I'm stuck in the corner. Stuck in the corner. No! When will people stop blaming me for playing DPS Lucy in 66 Open? Never. Just keep winning, brother. Keep winning. Woo! You guys feel me? Let me put my Ryan here. Why not? No. Dang it! All right, man. We got one more beat, baby. One more beat. One more beat. One more beat. This is gonna be a doozy right here.
Feel to this beat.
Don't let your dreams become... whatever the phrase... No, 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 please! I want my beat!
I'll turn it up.
Wait, that's actually kind of a good rollout. Wait. Okay.
Oh, let's break it.
Nice. Ah! I didn't do anything! Oh! Yeah, I should have beaten sooner with a Reaper. Alright, let's get this roll out at least. Frick, man. Dang it. That's alright. It's a good try.
Play of the game.
Alright, let's do another round. GG's. Thank you guys. Let's do one more round, but this time we're going to do Diamond and Masters players only, so it's a little bit easier to put together. Let's set up the Nightbot again here. I'll refresh the Nightbot. But yeah, I think you guys are playing. Okay. Keyword is play. Diamond Masters. Keyword is play. I'll be right back. Diamond Masters. Thanks. Ow! Let's go ahead and start doing the giveaway here. I need you to be online. I need your rank, and I need your role. Preferred role. This is for Twitch. As far as I know, I don't think it works for YouTube. It's Harmony, and I'm going to prefer people that were not in the last one. Battle tag, rank, and roll. Chip, battle tag, rank, and roll. And Chunk, I'm going to skip you here, but if I need somebody else, I will get you. It's Eridu as well. I'm skipping you as well. Miji, battle tag, rank, and roll. And I will fill. Okay. Dude, you really are playing Mercy. Freaking level 5 endorsement. Are you kidding me? Sad. You hate to see it. Chip, great. I got you in. What rank and what role? Whoops. And let me know when you're online as well. Who else did we get? Somebody's not here. Oh, Harmony. Oh, okay, yeah, Harmony. Somebody. Mark the dude. Let's put you in support a tank. Okay, sounds good. Preferred DPS. Okay. Okay, thank you. Can you message me in Discord? I'll buy you a car if you will. I'd appreciate that. About the Nightbot being goofy. I need to update Nightbot. I swear everyone's Nightbot's just outdated. Chip, let me know when you're online. Slayer, Slime, and Garish. Wait, Garish, your masters or no, I guess. Oh, wait. I think you accidentally entered because you said the keyword thing. Sorry, Garish. Missy. What's wrong with being a level 5 endorsement? I don't know. It sounds a little bit like a self-report there. Too friendly. Anyone that's a level 5 and a higher endorsement than I am is cringe. Anybody that's a lower endorsement than I am is rude. That's how it works. It's really simple. Higher than me? Chip, did you... Gotcha, Chip. That's the way I work. Anybody who's a higher rank than me is a sweat. Anybody that's a lower rank than me is just bad. You guys know how it works. Life tip. Bambi. Oh gosh, chat, calm down. Scrolling like crazy. Ah, stop! Chat, calm down. Stop typing. Don't type, chat, for just a second. I can't copy and paste stuff. Okay, there. Okay, I think it's good. Okay, Be the Ball is in again. And Hot Pants. Wait, we did Hot Pants, right? Yeah, so no Hot Pants. Abdamuse. Abdamuse. I'm not cringe as up to an additional level 4 for getting a 5K Kings Race series Zenyatta. Mm-hmm. I will fill. Different Hot Pants, trust me? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, if we do another one, Abdamuse, sure. Sneaky Goatee. Diamond Masters on tank, please. Wait, didn't we have somebody else? Okay, Missy, I might move you to DPS. You're good with DPS, right, Missy? We need Sneaky Goatee. Frosty Dog. Frosty Dog. I don't know if I can do you, mate. I think we already have a tank. All right, sure. Jump on in. What rank approximately is your support, Frosty Dog? Is this PC only? No. Diamond 3, Rusty? Gotcha, okay. That's fine. Alright, I need a DPS. I need a DPS. Electrolyzer. You win the role. Are you DPS? No. I'm gonna people who have entered first. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. Are you? Can you play DPS? Diamond 3. Okay, give me your battle tag then. We're cooking. You freaking stole my player icon. Nobody else in the entire world's allowed to use that player icon. Chat, do you guys want to see? So I'm probably gonna need. I'm gonna sweat it out this game to make sure. Do you guys want to see Sombra, Venture, or May? I'll let you guys decide in a second here. Please, I shouldn't have asked the question. I have to copy and paste something and just it's buried. It's buried again. It keeps getting buried. Active burial. You're literally crying and shaking right now. Ah, please copy. Please copy. Copy. I pressed the button. It's not copying. Literally, can you? I might have you DM it to me in Discord because it won't let me copy. Okay, there it goes. That's the 4th time I've pressed copy and paste over it. Have you lost at Summer Venture, May? You guys want Venture? Okay.
Traveling to Suravasa.
All right, tank, DPS, support in that order in the lobby.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
I just want to spin my thing. Like it. Yeah, if you want to spec here, dude, you can.
I saw you writing earlier. Diary.
Yeah, what is this comp? This is.
More like a
Look at them. This is the most ranked composition I've ever seen in my life.
That's still a diary, I think.
Nah, it can't be. Not enough stickers in this thing.
5,
Ah!
3,
Ah!
1. Initial flashpoint.
Mercy on call.
How's it going? Gotcha! Hey.
Over there. I'm on the attack. Backup requested at the second. One here. Get them away from the objective. My mistake. Enemy spotted. Bob.
Okay, there's a dead end over here now.
Hello. Sorry about that. My ultimate is charged.
Are you freaking kidding me? Look at these cringe lurks.
My mistake. My mistake.
Guys, surely we can capitalize off of this. I mean, come on.
Understood.
I wasn't even the main character. I was the entire freaking show.
Off the record.
Protect the objective.
Gotcha!
We're losing. I don't know what the plan was there, to be honest with you.
Over there.
Pass into the iris.
Oh, give me a break. I might have to be able to play Genji with this, guys. I might have to be something a little rattier. It's a little too open space.
On the noggin for sure.
Next, flashpoint, Paris.
Whoopsie daisy!
Hey. Thank you.
Get in there, Bob! Coming through!
Cringe. All right, chat. We might have to go Sombra. We're gonna have to go Sombra. This is too open space. I can't even close the distance properly. This tracer marking me. We're gonna have to go rat mode.
Photo barrier is charging.
We're gonna fight dirty.
Catch you later.
Valkyrie is charging.
Much better. Down where you? Damn it! Gotta go.
No, I was too slow.
Into the iris.
Get flip. Nice. Yeah.
I'm not done just yet.
The tree is gone.
Hello.
Remain with Biolite.
I'll bring them back.
Heroes never
They are
die.
attacking the objective.
I'm
Now you see me?
Minor perk unlocked.
No frack!
They
Okay,
have my
we're good. We're good. We're
attention
good.
now.
We're good.
Over here. Stay where I am. You make great target practice. Gotta go.
On with me.
And I'm back.
I can't freaking hear him. I didn't hear him. Okay, we're good. 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 We can still win this. We can still win this.
Remain with Biolite.
Ay, te asusté.
No, we can't. We can't. We can't.
Photo barrier is charging. I am sorry.
Okay, I greeted there just a little bit. It's fine. We're having a hard time today. We're having a hard time.
Al darle otra vez. Watch here. Somebody call.
I'm literally dead weight. I'm dead weight. I'm dead weight. Have the neighbors called the cops on you yet? No.
They really have it out for me.
They understand. They go, ah, yeah, I get it, man.
Name's
I get it.
Cassidy. Sorry about that.
Systems hacked.
Pardon me.
Hack complete.
Valkyrie is ready.
And I'm back.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Yes.
My ultimate is ready.
It should be out soon.
Apagando las luces.
Frick you.
Heroes never die.
Thank you.
All right.
Let me try.
Chat, I may have cooked.
Me.
¿Qué tal?
Much obliged.
They're on the objective. We should stop it.
Over here.
Tengo que irme.
Like as in, okay, here's my take, okay? I think the problem here is that, with the exception of Sombra, we have like the worst, okay, well I say that, but they're playing Bab Zen. I was like, we're playing Light Weaver Mercy and Ashe and Sombra and crap and Venture or whatever, but I don't know, like they're playing Bab Zen. It's not that bad. Alright, I need to like wake my... Alright, we lock in fully.
Cut that out.
Ay, te asusté. Peace. Guess you were vulnerable. Feeling much better. Damn it. Tengo que irme.
Sorry.
Watch out.
Loud and clear.
Verstanden.
Somebody call.
Nice!
Catch you later.
Bro. Like, how is he allowed to do that? Like, okay, like, he's, I just, I don't know.
Gotta go.
Attack the objective.
¿Qué onda?
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
My ultimate is charging.
Valkyrie is ready.
Oh gosh.
Tengo que irme.
Flashpoint unlocked.
Fall back.
Get the objective. Apagando las...
Okay, I did not eat. I that was not good. That was not good. The voices said don't do it, and I did it anyway.
Never die.
The voices specifically said don't do that. They said, hey, don't do that, whatever you're about to do. And I did it. I don't know why I did it, but I did it.
Gotta go.
I'm gonna win this, man. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this kicking and screaming.
Keep an eye out.
Mostly screaming, a little bit of kicking. Yeah, I'm.
Enemies at... Oh!
Tengo que irme. ¿Qué tal?
Sorry.
Nice.
Over there.
Frick, dude.
Catch you later.
I gotta read this. Wait, what the frick? Wait, what shot me? Oh! Okay, it's not happening, guys. It's not happening. It's not happening. I don't think I can make 15 deaths work. Operates mostly the same. Operates mostly the same as it is previously. Oh yeah, Preds. I forgot about the previous round. We never did do the previous round and sort it out.
Let them up.
Lose wins. Congrats. Okay, let's do it again.
Welcome to Ninjang City.
Good night, GFT.
Prepare for battle. Select your
Sleep well, mate. What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see Sombra, Venture, May, or Freya? I guess I could do Freya as well. Or Cass. I could do Cass. I'll swap teams after this round. Sombra was rough. Very out of practice. May, Cass. May.
I am sorry.
Okay, we'll try May.
Come on, Snowball. They need our help.
And John,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint.
See, the last time I played with Bambi, she didn't teleport it, so I didn't trust. Wait, is that building new? That might be new. That little door is new, you know what I'm saying, maybe?
We have to
So
try
winnable.
again.
Many thanks.
They're attacking the objective.
I swear I picked a cursed group of people. We have Lifeweaver, Mercy, Roadhog, May, Sombra. Like, what are these picks, dude? I could have read that for longer. Seriously, Symmetra? Zen? It's weird, dude. It's like gold ranked. Frick, man.
Heroes never die.
Now you know what the typical Spilo viewer is? Yeah.
We must capture this territory.
I am outstanding. I understand.
We need to retake map control. I don't know if we're gonna be able to with me being dead.
Iris.
Just don't have the damage for it.
Reality bends to my will.
Huge. Nice. What a strange series of events. Cannot hit a headshot to save my life. Even when I hit a headshot, I don't hit a headshot. There you go.
乖乖躺好吧，有本事就翻过去。This is awesome.
Hey, Tom. What a weird start to the game, man. I have done very little. Like, what the frick is that? Okay, so I guess I should probably make note of that in my... I should make note of that for sure. Somebody remind me to make note of that. I need to go back and add that at the end.
Flashpoint unlocked.
Because that's kind of interesting.
Objective. My ultimate is ready. Go.
Life protects life.
My fire.
Remain with firelight.
Enemy seen.
Take cover. Tree's gone.
I am in error.
Here's up.
Heroes never die.
Major pack unlocked.
Wait. Should get her. Nice. Yeah, I need to look at that then.
It seems.
The important thing is to keep learning.
Okay, well.
The ducks.
Photon barriers.
Secure.
Almost. Hello.
Fuck. Thank you.
Circuit engaged.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Sure, buddy. They're gonna lose this fight.
I am outstanding.
I told you, man.
勤能捕捉。
There's too many resources for me for too long.
Protects life.
We're outnumbered.
So I was trying to stop. No, I don't know what the plan was. I thought like maybe zoning, but I thought I had wall. I don't know what the plan was there. I don't know what the plan was. I really don't know.
Don't give
We're
up.
going through the
We can
motions
do
today,
this.
chat. I'm not gonna lie with you guys.
Valkyrie is ready. Fall back.
Heroes never die.
Securing this objective.
I am sorry.
though. I don't mind if they play hunt the streamer. I don't care. They're not specifically hunting the streamer that much more. Most of it's just me feeding.
There's a lesson in every mistake.
Refinery. Lost.
Valkyrie is charging.
Next, flashpoint. Bomb plants.
I understand.
You better watch your step. This way, just take a moment. Time for another experiment.
Flashpoint
Defend
unlocked.
the objective. Ice wall coming up.
A little bit of panic. No, I don't know what the plan was there.
Securing this objective. I am metaphor. We will take this area together.
Dude, I'm just trolling, man. All right, well, I'll wake up for last round. Wake up for last round. Last round, we're gonna lock in. We're gonna lock in for last round.
Flashpoint.
My ultimate is charging.
Wow, I'm actually on fire.
Nice.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
The important thing is to keep learning.
Flashpoint unlocked.
I see an enemy.
Do not let them take the point. My ultimate is ready.
This is awesome. Over here.
Over here.
I'm here to support. Loud and clear. Lightsaber.
Even just to force. Oh. Sure. I can't stop dying, but at least I'll kick somebody.
My tree's gone.
My fuse is lit.
Wait,
There's one.
wait. I spawned in the front. Did you guys notice that? I spawned in the front.
Stop slacking off.
Hang on. Did you guys see that? I spawned in the front.
My ultimate is ready.
I spawned in the front. You understand?
Here. My ultimate's charged. Get ready.
Seriously, that's kind of significant. Yeah, I need to check my spawn locations, literally.
My ultimate is charging. Over there. Understood. Don't swine off the objective.
whatever. Again, I'm spawning in the front.
This ends now.
I'm spawning in the front. I need to go back and watch. Wait, I actually died for a reason.
Life protects lives.
And we win. Masterclass. I died in the front. Okay, so that one spot on No Junk City high ground, spawn in the front.
Play of the game.
Experience prosperity. Assistance would be appreciated.
All right. Last one. All right, what do we do for the last one? We done Name, we done Sombra. Do we try Venture again, or do we do Freya? Or Cass? What do you guys think? Or Genji?
Prepare for battle.
We do Genji, probably, if I
Select
sweat.
your hero.
No, I don't need to swap team if the game's close. We're not really doing a rank proof here. Torb? I don't know if I'm going to do the batch of this. We'll see. Widow? No, not Tracer. Shoot. I'll try Genji. I'll try Genji. I'll try Genji. I'll try Genji. If, Sim too low rank? No, Sim would probably be fine, but Bambi was playing Sim, and I don't know. I'm kind of
Initial
yeah.
flashpoint. Station.
Mercy on call.
Okay. I did not get to the door frame. I was a little late on that as well. I'm not gonna get a lot of resources. Well, I mean I might, but I don't. Who knows?
That's our objective. Thank you kindly.
Yeah, I'll need to go back and look at the deaths and look at where I'm spawning. Like even maybe on this point as well. It's gonna be tough to play ball into, I'm not gonna lie.
Into the iris.
Oh gosh. Messy, 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 messy. Okay, I think we can get this cap here.
Minor perk unlocked.
No, so unfortunate. Cheers. I was like, just don't greed it, just cap the point. They still have 3 people alive.
Unlocks in 10 seconds. Flashpoint unlocked.
That's just too far. Like my eyes saw the trap, and my brain was like, yeah, he'll trap that, and I just didn't care. I don't know why. I just didn't care. It just did it anyway.
Loud and clear. I gotcha. Over there, near the point. Greetings. I am unbreakable. Over there.
Into the iris.
Bro.
Not everyone escapes their fate.
Sorry.
No.
My ultimate shot out is almost ready.
Okay. Close spawn.
My ultimate
My
is
ultimate
ready.
charged. Get ready.
Get in there, Bob.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm stuck in the door frame here. Oh no. Oh no. It's fine, we're good.
This ends now. Fire in the hole!
Hello. Thanks.
Are you kidding me? And he has the anti-heal trap. Why is it there? I guess, I mean, it's close to him, I guess. Nice. I swear, this has just been Respawn Simulator non-stop.
How y'all doing?
I might bleed them on the rotation here. Let's see if we have a fight here or not.
Over there.
Flashpoint
Pass
unlocks in 10
into the
seconds.
iris.
Take this.
Dodge this.
Attack soldier. My ultimate is charged.
I mean, a broke clock, you get what I'm saying?
Come on,
Idiot. Get fricked.
Over there. My ultimate is almost ready. My ultimate is almost ready.
I greedy to deflect. Shoot. I needed to get the combo there. Easy for me, guys. I just want you to remember these last words. Easy for me.
Enemies are taking the objective.
Unrelated to the current situation, of course.
We are outnumbered. My ultimate is charging.
Nanoport discharging.
Wait, what? I thought I had a lag spike there for a second, but I did not.
This ends now.
Oh. Easy for me. Oh. It's easy. Incredibly easy, too. That's the thing. GG's, guys. Thank you guys for playing. Close spawns. Everything else is pretty much straightforward, but close spawns and that one spawn New Junk City. Yeah, that's gonna be the last thing. I'm too tired, man. Unironically, very tired today. Last thing we're gonna do is I will look at those spots. Let's look at those spots really fast. So, and then I will look at the spots, sorry, and then we can look at the respawns. Have you eaten anything today? Not as much today, no. I've been really busy with some stuff. But yeah, good point. Yeah, so I guess worth highlighting here is that this high ground is the old or the new respawn, right? Forward respawn, and this has like some relevant high ground here, and I don't know how useful and consistently useful that will be, but that was not there before, and in the game that I just played, that was utilized. I did not talk about that, so it's worth highlighting there. And then the other thing is, let's look at these respawns. I'm pretty sure they just changed respawns and everything. Like, I think everything is respawning near the front of the spawn. So if we just like...
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds. Flashpoint unlocked.
Yeah, man. That's one spawn near the front. That's my spawn near the front. They're all spawning near the front. What about the enemy team? If they lose somebody ever. Yeah, I mean, it's right near the front. Like, there were entire rollouts to get out of spawn faster. What about when they get a back spawn? I want to see when they get a back point spawn. So, like here, right? Should be. Maybe not. This code shows the swap points. Okay. I'll look at it in a second. Yeah, so Cass. Yeah, look. Tracer spawn 2.
Somebody call.
Yeah, I think they're spawning, well, maybe not, but it feels like they're spawning closer. Let's look at this really quick. Are these updated?
Tools in hand, brain in key.
All right, how do I use this this code? Because I don't know how to use this code. Hey, Loki.
I aim to devastate. Salut.
I'm not seeing it, mate. It set me on preset of deathmatch, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing here. I can't enable Flashpoint in deathmatch. The presets in deathmatch. Look, mode team deathmatch, workshop island. So there must be something else. Yeah. Okay. Basically, here's where we're at. So I guess keep your eye out on the respawns, and this is a big deal because if the respawns are nearer the front, so not only do you have a more linear path to the point now, but you have a spawn that's much closer to the front of the spawn room, which heavily favors characters without mobility, because the mobility characters can rely on their cooldowns to move faster, so they don't really care about the gap between mobility and non-mobility characters only grows the further it is. So I think it's a good change, and keep an eye on that. Obviously there was a little bit of inconsistency with where we saw, so I'm not sure how much of an impact that is, but it's definitely a question that's worth raising, and honestly, we'll have to kind of wait and see. We'll have to kind of wait and see. So. But yeah, thank you guys for the testing. Unironically, it was just nice to just kind of get a vibe and a feel for things, even if like we realized that, okay, there's not any crazy major changes. That's not a problem. It's good. Can I VOD review? Exclamation mark coaching. And there's a lot of people that do free VOD reviews in my Discord as well. So yeah, keep an eye on that for that as well. So. How are I liking Atlas? Yeah, it was fine. Definitely different. We did a full review earlier, or I guess guidelines. So it was yeah. We'll have to take a look.
My Brig PowerPoint is almost done, BTW.
I am on the edge of my seat. Good luck with your PowerPoint, my friend. Okay, chat. I'm gonna call it. I am going to toss a raid. I'll see you guys on Thursday. A little bit of a shorter stream today, but I appreciate you guys hanging around. Thursday, we've got more stuff. Dictionary. We're gonna do some worst versus best hero pugs, which is actually a chat idea, and I think it could be really cool. So I will see you guys there. YouTube as well. Farewell. I'll see you guys in 2 days. Thank you for your help. GG's all. Have a good rest of your afternoon, boys and girls. Spilo out.